Norwich Sea Unicorns back at home. It's the final game of a 3-game homestand as the first place Worcester Bravehearts make their way back to the Rose City. Good evening, everybody. I'm Adam Plager, welcoming you to the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. A great night for baseball in Eastern Connecticut. Unity in the community, that's right. Plenty of groups heading out to Dodd Stadium. We can't wait to host everybody. Masonic Family Night entering Dodd Stadium. Also Cancer Night supporting the Echo Foundation. And that's right, the Norwich Sea Unicorns back in those specialty City Connect uniforms for the third time here this summer. Norwich looking to get back on track after a frustrating start to the week, swept by their in-state foe, New Britain Bees. A shutout loss on Camp Day, 1-0, and then defeated yesterday 9-4 on Thirsty Thursday by the New Britain Bees. Let's go back to last night. Into the fourth inning we go, and we've talked about it with this group all summer. You cannot allow extra base runners. The walks have to be limited. No question, it has to be limited today against Worcester. Their offense far too dangerous, but a couple of walks to start that inning. Make your opponent earn their way on. Have to limit the walks, especially in this league. Opposing offenses are too good, and well, the New Britain Bees strike for 7 runs yesterday. 12 batters come to the plate in that fourth inning. They break the game wide open. Errors as well defensively. You look at the little details of the game. The walks, the errors, and then the fielder's choice play right there at home plate. Certainly when you look back at the inning, there were different opportunities to limit the damage. And then the big moment comes against Gio Conti in a bases loaded situation. Always a difficult spot to enter a ball game. You just have to find a way to forget about it. Jake Reisdorf gets the bases clearing triple. There was a hit batsman that inning, couple of walks, couple of errors. Norwich just got away from their ball game last night, and that was really the difference. But you have to like the fight in this group. If there's one thing you can count on, this team never quits on themselves. They never stop playing. And that is going to be a key for this group, especially heading towards the postseason. Let's go back into the 8th inning last night and look at these plate appearances. You talk about having a competitive at-bat, just willing your way on base. It starts with Jack Byrne with 2 outs. Norwich does all their damage yesterday with 2 outs in the inning. Jack Byrne legs out an infield single. And this is the bottom of the order. That's the energy you want to supply. Spencer Chard gets on. He draws a walk. Turn that lineup card over to the all-star Aiden Stern. Well, that's why he's an all-star. Continuing to produce for this group. RBI single. And then the little details of the game. You get guys on base, put pressure on opponents. Norwich does that yesterday. Execute a double steal, bring home another run. And then Chase Chaplin, that's right, he's an all-star too. RBI single for himself, but Norwich keep the line moving mentality. Just pass the baton. Norwich is doing that. Charlie Walsh has a single for himself. You look at the competitive at-bats. Have to start that earlier on. When Norwich gets things going, they have quite an engine to their offense. You want to see that get going, especially earlier in games. Norwich trying to get back on track here today. It's the first place Worcester Bravehearts making a visit into the Rose City. We'll take our first time out on the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. On the other side, we're going to talk about the opponent, Worcester, coming here to Dodd Stadium tonight. Stick with us. The SCR Structures and Sheds pregame show continues in just a moment.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Welcome back to the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. It's unity in the community. Norwich back in the city. Connect uniforms here tonight looking for a big win on a Friday night. Post-game fireworks following the ball game, but right now we're talking about the opponent, Worcester, making a visit. They are atop the Futures League and by a long ways, 32-11 through 43 contests. They've been the best team in this league, well, for one reason in particular, well, their offense. It has paved the way for them. Here's a look at those jaw-dropping numbers for the Worcester offense. You talk about batting average, Worcester batting nearly 300 this summer. Just video game-like numbers. You can't walk this team. We'll start with that. You can't gift this team runners. Walks, the airs, the wild pitches. You have to control that, or this offense will certainly start the merry-go-round express against you. They put up a ton of runs. They lead the league in runs scored, 310 of those. They're second just by one off the league lead in doubles. You talk about all kinds of extra base hit power, 65 doubles. They lead the league in home runs, 30 of those. Yes, you can say, well, they play at Fitton Field and the ball flies out of the yard. Yes, that's true, but 30 home runs is nothing to scoff at. And they have double power, 65 of those, just one off of the league lead. And then little details of a game. When they get runners on, they run the base as well. Nearly 130 steals this summer for Luke Beckstein's group, 124 of those. They have plenty of eye-popping stats offensively. And you look at, well, how do you slow them down? It's about you have to attack. You have to believe in your stuff. It'll be Max Tabbitt on the mound for Norwich. Matt Tabbitt making his Norwich Sea Unicorns debut. Big task for him. This is a dangerous Worcester lineup, and Norwich looking to match up against them. Well, they got some of their own power as well. Let's show you C.J. Nolan. That's right, the Sacred Heart product. He has been a heartbreaker this summer for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. I mean, are you kidding me, CJ? Yeah, 4 for 12 in 4 games against the Worcester Bravehearts. 2 home runs, 3 runs driven in, 3 runs scored. C.J. Nolan, a big piece to this offense for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. A heartbreaker all summer. Not in the starting lineup tonight, but I'd imagine we might see him come into this ball game late. He loves playing against the Worcester Bravehearts. And then, how about Anthony Tirado? He's been getting it going for Norwich as of late. Tirado time, if you will. That's right, Anthony Tirado on a 4-game heater of his own right now. Batting .384 over the stretch. 7 walks. That's a key part for him. When Tirado has his game going right, he's drawing walks. It's a big part of his game. Just finding ways to get on base. You look at the box score last night, 2 for 2, on base 4 times. He runs the base as well. A couple of steals for him over this stretch of the last 4 games. Anthony Tirado, you better watch out for him. He's going to look to restart the batting order for Norwich. He's in the number 9 spot. And how about some all-star power? Aiden Stern, another multi-hit game for him. Roll the tape. Are you kidding me? 3 hits for the all-star Aiden Stern. Last night, a little all-star power on display. .555 batting average for him over his last 4 contests. Home run, a double mixed in there. Couple stolen bases. I mean, he is legit one of the best players. This kid is for real. You better keep your eyes on this guy. Everything starts at the top with number 1, the Trinity Bantam, Aiden Stern, back in there. He will be the designated hitter in the leadoff spot. Norwich looking to get it going here tonight against the Worcester Bravehearts. And how about sticking on the topic of our All-Stars? Norwich has 4 representatives heading to Polar Park on Tuesday night. They're headed to the heart of the Commonwealth. Norwich with 4 representatives and also their manager, Kyle Dombrowski. will be a part of the All-Star Game festivities. Here's what the skipper, Kyle Dombrowski, had to say about his representatives heading to Polar Park and how excited he is for the opportunity to manage in the All-Star Game.
All four very deserving. Woot and Card have been awesome on the bump all year. They take a load off the bullpen when they're out there, and you can see the energy behind them. Really, just the lineup just loves to play with them on the mound, loves to go out and field the ball behind them. And then on the flip side, Chap's been awesome this year. He's hitting between 350 and 370, something like that this year right now. So he's been on fire. He's just a barrel machine. And then Stern's been probably our most productive and our best all-around player this year. You can put him in left, you can put him in right, put him at second, and he's going to work some really good at-bats throughout the day. He'll be able to steal some bases. He can hit the ball over the fence. He can bunt for a hit. He's just really dynamic. He's a coach's dream in that sense. But I think the last thing I got for that is just vote Jack Sweeney.
That's right. Let's vote Jack Sweeney, and let's talk about him. I guess the perfect segue for me. 2 home runs in his last 3 games. He's added plenty of pop. How much fun is it for you as a coach? You see him last summer. It looks like he's taken plenty of steps in 2025.
Yeah, that's the cool thing, right? Like, obviously, I'm not with Jack on a day-to-day basis in the spring, but we get him as a riser last year. You can see that the ceiling's very, very high, and even the floor is very, very high. So for him to go to school this year and really continue to develop and hone in on the things he needed to improve upon, he rolled in day one and looked like a much more polished version of himself. I'm hesitant to say he was a different player because he's a damn good player as it is. But he just refined a couple things, came back, and was a much more polished, well-rounded player. And I think, as of late, you're starting to see that show up a little bit more in the box score.
It'll take place at a pretty special venue at Polar Park, home of the Worcester Red Sox. You will be the manager of Team Smiles. How excited are you to get the nod to be the manager of one of the teams?
Can't wait. Can't wait to get back in Worcester. Spent a lot of time there this spring, so looking forward to it.
Great stuff right there from the manager, Kyle Dombrowski. It's going to be a lot of fun. Norwich with 4 representatives as of right now heading to Polar Park in the 2025 Futures League All-Star Game. Everything gets started. It's the Home Run Derby on Monday, 6:30. The balls are flying out of Fitton Field. And then at 7:30 on Tuesday night, the Futures League Best on display in the 2025 All-Star Game. We're going to take our final time out on the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. On the other side, it's another edition of Sweet Life with the Sea Unicorns, and we'll continue to count you down to first pitch. You don't want to miss it. Stick with us. The pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds continues right after the break.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
That's right, fans. You better start voting. Jack Sweeney, get him in. We want to see Sweeney at Polar Park. You better back Jack and send him to the Futures League All-Star Game. Get your fan votes in right now. All right, Sea Unicorn fans, glad to be back with you on the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. As we welcome you to Episode 3 of Sweet Life with the Sea Unicorns. On Episode 3, we're joined by Norwich Sea Unicorns catcher Cal Chance Here's what the young backstop had to say about his transition in to the collegiate game. Welcome to episode 3 of Sweet Life with the Sea Unicorns, joined now by Norwich Sea Unicorns catcher Cal Chance. Cal, thanks for coming on and doing this. Let's start with this. You just won a state championship at St. Paul to wrap up your high school baseball career. Tell us a little bit about that ending.
Yeah, no, that was just a perfect ending to a great high school career. You know, that St. Paul Catholic baseball team, that's always been a successful group, especially my freshman year. You know, with that group of guys, we won a state championship my freshman year too. And the differences between those teams really was that first freshman team, I didn't really have to do much, and they just carried me through that state championship. But then my sophomore and junior year, we built up a really good group of guys. And then my senior year, we were able to really put it all together for that second state championship.
When you look back at your time at St. Paul, your development from your rookie season to your senior year, how special was it to be around a group of such high caliber athletes and maybe some of the leaders on that team that helped pave the way for you?
Right. I mean, it was awesome. So my freshman year, almost the whole group of guys, they went out to play college baseball, and just being able to see how they went about their business, that really helped me to develop, and how they led the team. Being able to see that really helped me to implement it into my game.
It's your first summer here in the Futures League. You'll be headed to UMass Lowell, so I guess you'll be right back to where you were 4 years ago. Another underclassman looking to take another jump in your playing career. How excited are you about that opportunity?
Yeah, I'm just so excited. You know, especially being here, this is an awesome opportunity, especially as a freshman going into college. So I'm able to learn from these guys a lot, but up there I'm planning to learn a lot more with how I go about my business, working out and stuff like that.
In the Futures League, no question about it. Players continue to come in and out of. That's no different for the pitching staff. What are those responsibilities like for you, and how much pride do you take in being able to work and really understand every pitcher?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing as a catcher, is to help my pitcher be better. So whatever I could do, especially on my off days, I go down and spend the whole game in the pen. And that really helps me learn who my guys are, what they need. Some guys need to be hyped up. Some guys need to be calmed down. So being able to learn this pitching staff this early on is really good for me.
Growing up, have you always been a catcher? Were there maybe some other positions you played around the diamond?
I mean, I played a little third base, but I mean, I've been catching since T-ball. So, yeah.
Is there certain catchers maybe growing up that you grew up watching that you try and model your game after and continue to take bits and pieces from?
100%, especially biggest ones for me are Yadier Molina, Salvador Perez, and then now more JT Realmuto and Patrick Bailey from the San Francisco Giants.
I think those are pretty good guys to want to model your game after. Final one for you. Playing in the Futures League this summer, maybe some things that you've learned about your own game and where you're trying to see your game take it to the next level.
Right. I mean, especially taking the jump from the high school level to the collegiate level. The speed of the game is a lot better. The pitching's a lot. That's the biggest thing for me. Even catching and hitting the pitching, just the amount of movement these guys have had on the baseballs. That's the biggest adjustment I've had to make.
Sea Unicorn fans, that is catcher Cal Chance. Cal, as always, thanks for the time and have some fun tonight.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Great stuff right there from Cal Chance. And what a memorable high school career it was. Pretty special. State championship as a senior. He also did it as a freshman. He's headed to UMass Lowell. He's back behind the plate. He's got the catching duties here tonight for Kyle Dombrowski. As we take a look at tonight's starting pitching matchup, it'll be Matt Tabbitt making his Norwich Sea Unicorns debut, the Amherst product. Here's a look at his numbers this past season as a sophomore for Amherst. 26 and 2/3 innings worked, ERA at 5.74, 18 strikeouts to the 14 walks, 3-3 record for him. He goes opposite the Rhode Island College product, Jason Potvin. 3-1 so far this summer for the Worcester Bravehearts. Over 29 1/3 innings worked. ERA locked in at 4.60. 30 strikeouts to the 15 walks. Matt Tabbitt makes his Norwich Sea Unicorns debut, looking to lead Norwich back into winning form on this Friday night. A great night for baseball. It's unity in the community. The Sea Unicorns and the Bravehearts are headed your way next. The noise is loud. But talk, that's never won a game. A swing and a miss, he struck him out. But staying on top, that's the true battle. The rosters change, but the heart beats the same. Norwich Sea Unicorn baseball is on the air from Dodd Stadium. It's the final game of a 3-game homestand. Norwich trying to salvage it as they'll send Matt Tabbitt to the rubber. The Amherst product making his Norwich Sea Unicorns debut at Amherst this past spring, an ERA of .574. 18 strikeouts to the 14 walks, 3-3, the record for him over 26 2/3 innings worked. He will meet with a locked and loaded Bravehearts lineup. Plenty of representation in the upcoming Futures League All-Star game taking place on Tuesday, July 22nd. Unity in the community, a packed house nearing 3,000 here at Dodd Stadium, officially underway, 6:38 local time. Tabbitt out of the zone with ball one. It's the All-Star Caleb Woodward to begin the Bravehearts lineup. He flips this out into right field. And the red-hot bat of Caleb Woodward just continues to match this summer. Leadoff man on for the Bravehearts to start the night. Well, this is the scary part about this team. Yes, Caleb Woodward hits for average, but he also steals plenty of bags. League leading in that department. Woodward so far this summer, you better watch him. He's the man on. 18 stolen bases, hitting now over the .340 marker. Here's another All-Star, Ryan LeClaire. Righty working from the stretch. Now Woodward is going. The throw down, it is not nearly in time. Caleb Woodward, stolen base, number 19 of the summer. And for the Bravehearts as a team, 125 overall. Bravehearts league leading in plenty of offensive statistical categories, batting nearly 300 as a team. The first to 32 wins in the Futures League. Woodward has a monster lead at second. Tabbitt's pitch home is a bouncing ball to short. No, he has it on a hop across the diamond. He goes. Tabbitt has his first out recorded here in the first inning. Norwich wearing their Rosa New England uniforms, those Special City Connect jerseys presented by Dime Bank. The Rosa New England emblazoned on the front red section, and then the 3 navy sections to signify the 3 rivers. Red numbers on the back with the white outline. Now the first pitch home to Evan O'Rourke, another one of the All-Stars. The first 5 batters in Luke Beckstein's lineup here today, all part of the All-Star roster for him. 1-0 delivery, that's outside, now it's 2-0. Woodward has a huge lead at second. Would not be surprised if he's looking to go in this plate appearance with the left fielder Evan O'Rourke at the plate. Righty to the plate. Now a chopper foul, third base side. Worcester in their alternate navy blue tops here on the road. The neon green numbers, the white outline. Bright green bat for Evan O'Rourke. He's in the righty batter's box. O'Rourke out of Salve Regina, Arlington, Massachusetts native, hitting .380 this summer. He's taking for ball 3. Count leverage so critical. These little details of the game, that's the difference with Worcester. Just looking for any way to attack. It's 3-1 here on the All-Star O'Rourke. That is on the outside corner, strike 2. Firm fastball from Matt Tabbitt. Norwich had an opening in their rotation today with 7 games this week. Tabbitt just signed to a contract a couple days ago, thrown right into the fire. He walks O'Rourke, and now runners at first and second. And there's the dangerous Jackson Marshall. Marshall out of Southern New Hampshire University, transferring to UConn. Boy, does UConn love size for their first baseman. Marshall 6'8". Norwich just brought in a newcomer, headed to Yukon in the fall, a riser, Logan Charbonneau. He's 6 feet 7 inches. And then we got to see Cam Riggy play, the first baseman for the New Britain Bees, 6 feet 4 inches. It's going to be quite the competition to win the starting job for the Huskies. O'Rourke took a little off of it. He's got the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshall out of Hooksett, New Hampshire, has played nearly every game for Luke Beckstein's group, all but 3. Check that, all but 2 games this summer. He started 41 games. The big man in the righty box. He won the home run derby here at Dodd Stadium last summer. I would imagine he would bat in the All-Star game for Worcester at Fitton Field. They're the hosting site here in 2025. 1-2 delivery home is a bouncing ball. It's through into left field. Marshall is able to bring home the first run of the ball game. Woodward scores easily. Sweeney bobbled the baseball in left field. Worcester strikes first. It's 1-0. Still a 2-strike count, but that's how good Jackson Marshall has been this summer. That's the reason why this lineup is so deep. Another All-Star heading to the dish. It's Jalem Sepulveda. Sepulveda has done plenty of damage offensively. I've seen him pitch a little bit. First pitch home to Sepulveda. Just misses outside. It's ball 1. Norwich defensively over at third base, Connor Scanlon. Kenny Noe is the shortstop. Charlie Walsh at second. And Gabriel Rivera at first. In there with the strike is Tabbitt, trying to limit any further damage. A nice night for baseball here in Eastern Connecticut at historic Senator Thomas J. Dodd Stadium. Now Chopper headed to third. Scanlon charges in. He fires to Walsh for 1. The relay throw to first. It's in time. An inning ending 5-4-3 double play. Norwich turns it. Your SureBright Commercial Cleaning Services cleanup moment of the game. Worcester on the board first, 1-0. Norwich coming to the plate when we return.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
It's brought to you by Mystic Cycle Center, 25 Stonington Road in Mystic, Connecticut. Kids, check it out. It's a great bike. Put your name in. You never know. You could win it. Congratulations if you do. Mystic Cycle Center, we thank you.
Welcome back to Dodd Stadium. It'll be the All-Star right-hander Jason Potvin out of Rhode Island College to take the baseball. A look at the numbers for the All-Star Potvin. So far this summer, over 29 and a third innings work. Potvin has pitched to a .460 ERA. 30 strikeouts to the 15 walks. 3-1 the record for him. He's tied for second in the Futures League in wins so far this summer. Potvin, a big kid on the mound, the right-hander. He lines up on the pitcher's mound, measuring 6 feet, 6 inches, 200 pounds. The Tiverton, Rhode Island native. It's the All-Star Aiden Stern to lead it off for Norwich. Stern with another 3-hit game for himself yesterday. Trying to start the Sea Unicorns batting order here against the All-Star Potvin. On the first delivery, he grounds it softly to second. Charging in on it, DiGiorio one down. A look at tonight's Norwich Sea Unicorns starting lineup presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling. Connecticut's trusted roofing experts from Berlin to Westbrook. They've got you covered. Stern leads off. Gavin O'Brien bats second. He's in right field. Kenny Noe, the shortstop, bats third. In the cleanup spot, Charlie Walsh. Jack Sweeney is in left field. He bats fifth. Cal Chance doing the catching, batting sixth. Delivery home to O'Brien is in there. Strike one. Good breaking ball from Potvin. Gabriel Rivera back in there. He bats seventh at first base. Connor Scanlon back in at third base. He bats eighth with Anthony Toretto looking to restart the lineup card in center field, batting ninth. The 0-1 home. Breaking ball in there on the outside corner, strike two. Tonight's starting pitching matchup, Jason Potvin with Mac Tabbitt of the Norwich Sea Unicorns. As always, it's presented by Silver Tree Saddlery. Get in the saddle at Silver Tree Saddlery. Tabbitt hopped right into the saddle after being welcomed to the roster. Worcester struck first. Now a cut and a miss, strike three. Tied up in a knot was O'Brien. 2 up, 2 down. Quick work for Potvin to begin the night. Worcester comes into Dodd Stadium just absolutely rolling through the Futures League. 9-1 through their last 10 ball games. Just a team that refuses to lose. Here's Kenny Noe. First pitch home from Potvin. Awkward check swing. No go there from Noe, but it's called a strike. Worcester defensively, Jalen Sepulveda is the third baseman. Ryan LeClaire at short. Henry DiGiorio at second base with Jackson Marshall at first. Delivery home to Noe is up and in for ball one. Luke Beckstein's outfield alignment from left to right. Evan O'Rourke in left field. Caleb Woodward in center field. And Jackson Kramer in right field. Pitcher, catcher, battery. Jason Potvin dealing to Wyatt Hoffman. That bounces away from Hoffman for ball two. One of the catchers on Luke Beckstein's roster, Cam Papetti, we saw how talented he is. He had a multi-home run game against the Sea Unicorns at Fenton Field in an 11-7 victories. Still on the injured reserve list. He's a big piece to their offense. If they get him healthy, that would further how scary this lineup is. I mean, they don't need much more. But you talk about getting a guy like Cam Papetti back potentially at some point. I mean, it just further elevates how deep the lineup is. The 3-1 is inside, a 5-pitch walk to Noe. And Norwich has a 2-out base runner. Go back to that first inning for Norwich. How key that inning-ending double play was. Those are important ones to turn against an offensive juggernaut that the Bravehearts have turned into. Norwich has a 2-out base runner on. It's the Monmouth product, Kenny Noe. Also the batter at the plate. Hoffman set up outside. The righty deals to the plate. That misses downstairs on the fastball. Offense was tough to come by for Norwich in the 2-game set against the Bees. Until really the 8th inning, Norwich really didn't have much going on. They'd been held to just 1 run through the first 14 innings of the series. Now a roller over to second. Charging in DiGiorio. He goes the short way to LeClaire, covering the second base bag. And Norwich strands their 2-out base runner. 1-0 Worcester headed to the second on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Press box, we have great tasting pizza at Liliano's. Check them out here. Check them out on West Town Street in Norwich. We have Kona Ice. The truck is down by the picnic area. Tonight, enjoy Kona Ice. Leading off, he popped out the leading the two for the Bravehearts. The pitcher from Worcester Bravehearts, number 15, Ryan Hoffman.
Headed to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Bravehearts. Glad you're with us on the Futures League Baseball Network. Those of you tuned in on YouTube on SNSN Sports, great night for baseball. It's the righty Matt Tabbitt. Had no balls and a strike on the Bravehearts backstop. Wyatt Hoffman, now he misses. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bravehearts with 13 members of their team representing Worcester in the Futures League All-Star game. Tabbitt back in the zone. He's ahead of ball and 2 strikes. Now a chopper headed to short. Backhanded there by Noe. He throws a strike across the infield diamond. And Rivera able to keep his foot planted on the first base bag. There's 1 down. Gordon to retire the leadoff man. Hoffman retired. Here's the second baseman, Henry DiGiorio. We've seen DiGiorio play some second base, some shortstop as well for Worcester this summer. First pitch home, skips ahead to Cal Chance, who's just a riser. Headed to UMass Lowell. A 1-0 delivery. This is sliced back foul. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chance looking to continue to make that adjustment from the high school level to the collegiate game. Now he gets an opportunity to play almost every other day. When he joined Norwich, he was one of 4 catchers on the roster. Norwich now with just 2 catchers. Catching tandem now with Clay Harchie and Cal Chance. The 2-1. Again, it's pounded away foul. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DiGiorio. Rising sophomore out of Northeastern, Franklin, Massachusetts native in the lefty box. Chance set up outside the 2-2. Pop-up lifted in the air. This is playable. It's going to be the first baseman Rivera to make the grab. On the infield dirt, there's 2 down. Fans, plenty of upcoming promotions still headed your way. At Dodd Stadium, we want to see you here. It's Family Sunday on July the 20th. Norwich Sea Unicorns will play host to the Worcester Bravehearts. Next Friday, July 27th, it is another, check that, Friday, July 25th. It's First Responders Night, another Friday night fireworks headed your direction. And finally, on Sunday, July 27th, it's Family Sunday. 1-0 delivery. That misses for ball 2. Hitters count, 2 balls, no strikes. On the right fielder, check that. On the designated hitter, Mason Clark. Now he chops it over to third. Scanlon has the in-between. Hop across the diamond he goes. Quick work for Matt Tabbitt here in the second inning. He retires the Bravehearts lineup in order. 1-0 Worcester. The home second is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Well, thank you, Logan, and thank you, HMS Consulting, for a get-out-of-town race. Fans, after the game, you can catch the Unicorns home games on the YouTube channel on SNSN Sports. If you can't make it to the park, catch it live, all on SNSN Sports YouTube channel. It's live right now. We thank SNSN Sports. Leading off the bottom half of the second inning, the Norwich Sea Unicorns, left fielder from Rutgers University, number 34, Jack Sweeney.
Jack Sweeney will lead it off for Norwich as we enter the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 for the visitors. One misses upstairs. Potvin looking to attack Sweeney with the off-speed pitch. Jack is tied for the team lead in home runs. He has 3 of those. Hoping to send him to Polar Park with the fan vote. Get your phones out right now. You better be voting for this guy right here, Jack Sweeney. So much fun to watch. Dynamic outfielder out of Rutgers University, Cream Ridge, New Jersey. Native, though, 1-1. Caught on a missed strike, too. A nasty slider from Potvin. The bottom just dropped right out of it. Sweeney did not play yesterday for Norwich. He had the day off. He played Tuesday and Wednesday to start the week. The 1-2 pitch home. That misses. And now the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Sweeney named the extra effort performer of the week. Had a real nice road trip against Vermont last weekend. Count is even, the 2-2. Check swing. Sweeney went around, strike 3. Down on strikes is the Rutgers product, Jack Sweeney. 1 down here in the Norwich second. It's the catcher, Cal Chance. Chance trying to start the engine for the Norwich offense. So far, held hitless from Potvin. Norwich just with a 1 base runner. That was the 2-out walk to Kenny Noe in the first. Well, the fastball misses inside. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chance so far this summer hitting just .090, 2 RBIs. Still trying to sort himself out offensively. This is cruising foul onto the concourse. Out to the kids zone it rolls. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Chance out of Walcott, Connecticut. Just met his starter approximately 3 hours before first pitch. Matt Tabbitt just joining the roster. This is bounced away, foul. The lefty, Cal Chance. Chance won a couple of state championships at St. Paul. High school, prep school with the great baseball tradition. All the starters from his freshman year team went on to play collegiate baseball. Now it's a soft little pop-up, and no problem there for Ryan LeClaire. Takes care of Cal Chance. 2 up, 2 down for Potvin here in the second.
Rutgers University, number 27. Gabriel Rivera.
2 down, here's Gabriel Rivera. Rivera batting .222 so far this summer. The riser headed to Rutgers in the fall. He's primarily played the corner infield for Norwich. Tonight he gets the start at first base. Rivera last played for Norwich back on July 15th. On Tuesday against the Silver Knights, was 2 for 4 in that ball game with an RBI. Walked and struck out. This game for him since Tuesday. He's well rested. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike on the right-handed hitting first baseman. Hoffman set up inside, the 1-1 delivery. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 2. Norwich has had their success this summer against Worcester behind enemy lines at Fitton Field. Last game, Norwich dropped a rough one against the Bravehearts on Sunday. Now this is punched into right field. Rivera keeps the second inning alive. First hit of the ball game for Norwich is a 2-out base knock. Gabriel Rivera will give a chance to the third baseman, Connor Scanlon. Norwich is 2-1 this summer at Fitton Field. However, it's been a rough go here at Dodd Stadium against the Bravehearts. Norwich is 0-3 this summer here at Dodd. Medium-sized lead for Rivera. Really trying to build that secondary lead. The righty Potvin on the mound. Potvin in his last outing for the Bravehearts, last pitched back on July 12th, went 2 1/3 innings, allowed 5 earned runs. Rough go for him against the Silver Knights. Now a bouncing ball to third, charging in on it, Sepulveda. Across the diamond he goes, and Potvin works around the 2-out base hit. Worcester has a 1-0 lead still intact. The third is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, no make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Police Athletic League Dodgers. Welcome the Sisters of Charity. Welcome Scoutmaster Craig Staggs and the Taffield Scout Group 80. Welcome Hyde Park Landscaping. Welcome to the Strategies Party. Welcome Hartford Healthcare. Welcome to Norwich Fire Department. Welcome Camp Kanuski. And we welcome the Thames Valley Family Services. We'll have more announcements later in our baseball game. Leading off the top of the third inning for the Bravehearts. The right fielder from the University of Richmond, number 9.
Norwich has made a call to the bullpen for Eastern Connecticut State product Eric Mathewson. So just 2 innings here tonight for Norwich. It was expected to be a bullpen game for Norwich today. Yeah, 2 innings out of the newcomer Matt Tabbitt. Final line for him, he allows the 1 earned run, 2 hits, no strikeouts. He walked a batter, giving Norwich a chance. A critical double play. Norwich turned behind him in the first inning. Now it's Mathewson's turn. The 1-0. That's upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff man up in the inning is the right fielder Jackson Kramer. Kramer hoping to turn over the lineup card. Kramer a 188 hitter so far this summer. He's slugged a home run, 5 RBIs to his name. The 2-1 delivery home. That just misses outside for ball 3. Mathewson so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns, the Eastern Connecticut State product, has pitched to a 4.72 ERA. Curveball sails upstairs, a 5-pitch walk to begin the third. Fans just Thirsty Thursday headed back to Dodd Stadium on Thursday, August the 7th. It's the final Thirsty Thursday of the summer when the Norwich Sea Unicorns play host to the New Britain Bees. That ball game will be live on Nessun Plus. You can watch the replay of the broadcast on Nessun. I'll be joined in the booth by Randy Brochu, the play-by-play voice of the New Britain Bees, UConn men's hockey, Sacred Heart as well. Randy was the broadcaster here in Norwich in 2021, served as the broadcaster for the Connecticut Tigers. Cannot wait to share the booth with Randy Brochu. Count is even. That's in there on the outside corner, strike 2. All Thirsty Thursdays with beer specials on Narragansett. Great night for baseball. Norwich trying to battle back against the Bravehearts. Here's the leadoff man, Woodward. Oh, he slaps this away foul. Woodward's single to begin the ball game. Later came around to score. Mathewson has allowed just 1 earned run over his last 4 innings. Over his last 8 outings, Mathewson has allowed just 3 earned runs over 10 innings of work. Count is even on Woodward. Now he flips this in the air out to medium center field. Tirado underneath, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Porton out to retire. Mathewson takes care of Caleb Woodward. That's elite speed you don't want to see on the bases. Now it's the shortstop, Ryan LeClaire. Mathewson has posted a 2.70 ERA in those last 10 appearances. Righty deals to the plate inside for ball 1. LeClaire headed to the All-Star game out of Stonehill College, Foxborough, Massachusetts native. Mathewson checks back in on the base runner, Jackson Kramer. Kramer has 2 stolen bases to his name. It's now a hitter's count, 2-0. Have to imagine Mathewson will dial up the fastball here on LeClaire. You don't want to go behind 3-0. With the top of the order waiting. Here's the 2-0. That's just downstairs, ball 3, maybe a tad inside. 3 straight have missed the zone for Mathewson, who's already walked the leadoff man. Norwich hoping to keep it a 1-run game. The 3-0 delivery. That's in there, strike 1. LeClaire hitting .349 so far this summer, entering play, is backed away inside, ball 4. 5-pitch walk to the shortstop, LeClaire. And the Bravehearts in business here in the third. A couple of walks have set the table. That was what led to a sticky situation last night for Norwich against the New Britain Bees in that 4th inning. That's what really unraveled things for Norwich. Mathewson trying to settle back in against the left fielder, Evan O'Rourke. No easy task. O'Rourke has been brilliant in the middle of the order. Really become that everyday left fielder since he was welcomed to Worcester this summer after making his season debut against Norwich back on June 20th. And he welcomed himself to the heart of the Commonwealth with a 3-hit ball game. That was a monster win, 12-3 for the Bravehearts, the 0-2. That is lifted back, foul out of play. Chance did not know where it went. Nice play made by a fan in the stands below us. Nice round of applause. Runners at first and second for Worcester, 1 out. Full count control against the left fielder, Evan O'Rourke. That gets away from Chance, rolls up the first baseline. Runners staying put where they are. Aboard at second, the lead runner is Kramer. He drew a leadoff walk. LeClaire on at first, he walked as well. It's a ball and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. The righty set at the belt. Chance set up outside, the 1-2. Topper headed to first. Rivera has a slow roller. He just wins the race to the first base bag. It was a slow bouncing ball headed to Gabriel Rivera. O'Rourke was hustling up the first base line, a productive out. Runners at second and third, but now 2 outs. Here's the big man, Jackson Marshall. Fans, Stilley's Automotive is your full-service auto repair and sales center and a Connecticut certified emissions testing facility. From oil changes to engine work, Stilley's does it all, serving Eastern Connecticut since 2007. The 0-1 is jammed foul out of play, strike 2. See why so many drivers count on Stilley's Automotive in Lisbon to keep their vehicles running right. Mathewson trying to escape the jam. It's 0-2 on Marshall. Runners at second and third, the pitch. Curveball misses, up and in, ball 1. Marshall drove in the game's first run on an RBI single out to left field. Potvin has been sharp through his first 2 innings. It's imperative to take care of Marshall here. The 1-2 pop-up. This is playable on the infield dirt. Calling for it is Noe. He makes the grab. The inning is over. Mathewson ties up Marshall. He escapes the jam. 1-0 Worcester still. We're headed to the home third on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Special ticket prices for all our first responders available at our box office. Please help our Sea Unicorns recognize the first responders. That's Friday, July the 25th. And that will be followed by fireworks. Just like tonight, we'll have fireworks brought to you by Liberty Bank. The great jerseys that the Sea Unicorns are wearing this evening, City Connect jerseys, they're brought to you by Gang Bang. Cooling off the bottom of the third inning for your Sea Unicorns. Center fielder, new match hammer is number 7, Anthony Toronto.
9-1-2 due up for Norwich here in the home third against Jason Potvin, who's been on a roll to start the ball game. Allowed just the one hit so far. That was the 2-out single to Gabriel Rivera. Strike one in there at the top of the zone. Nice escape work from Eric Mathewson to keep the Bravehearts off the board in the top of the inning. Toronto swings through, strike two. Toronto in the midst of a 4-game hitting streak. Looking to keep the beat rolling here against the Bravehearts. Had a 2-hit game for himself yesterday. Potvin's breaking ball ruled for strike 3. So Toronto walks away. He sees just 3 pitches. Wasn't happy with the strike zone there. He had a couple of words for the home plate umpire. Umpiring crew here tonight is Levante Palmer back behind the plate. Robert Strumpek is the first base umpire. Stern shows bunt. And is unable to spot the baseball there. Strike one from Potvin. And Tyler Bullock over at third base. Potvin now with 3 strikeouts on the night. Stern grounded out to second his first plate appearance. Stern hitting .555 over his last 4 ball games. A big part of this Norwich offense. Leads the group with 14 stolen bases as well. Hasn't enjoyed that same level of success against Worcester. It's a hitter's count, 2 balls and 1 strike. The righty to the plate. That's way inside it. Looked like it hit Stern. It did. It grazed the uniform. Stern reaches on a hit by pitch. And Norwich has a 1-out base runner here in the third inning. So we'll bring up Gavin O'Brien. Norwich trying to get even with the Bravehearts. And also hoping to give their fans something to cheer about on a Friday night. A packed house here at Dodd Stadium. Unity in the community. Stern started to go. Now a bouncer gets away from Hoffman. It skips all the way to the backstop. And Norwich has a runner in scoring position. Stern had started to go and then he held up. And the moment he saw the baseball bounce beyond Hoffman on a breaking ball, that was the green light. And the Trinity Bantam looking to put the pressure on Jason Potvin. 6 feet 6 inches is the lanky right-hander. Lines up on the first base side of the rubber. The 1-0 pitch to O'Brien. That's bounced away, foul. Some would consider Obi to be an all-star game snub. He really had turned it on for himself the last couple of weeks. Ryan was held hitless, however, on camp day against the Bees. He was 0 for 4 in that contest. That snapped a mini 2-game hitting streak for himself. Pitcher's count, a ball and 2 strikes. Potvin looking to solve O'Brien for the second out here in the third inning. Stern stands at second. Ball and 2 strikes on O'Brien. The pitch. O'Brien thought about it. Another wipeout breaking ball. It misses for ball 2. From July 2nd through July 4th, that was a part of that heat wave for O'Brien. He had 3 straight multi-hit ball games, including a multi-hit effort on Independence Day against the Bravehearts at Fitton Field in the second game of the doubleheader. The even count delivery home, a wave and a miss for strike 3. Hoffman holds on to it. 2 strikeouts here in the third for Potvin. 4 strikeouts so far tonight for the RIC product. Tiverton, Rhode Island native is Jason Potvin. Here's the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Noe walked his first time up. That was bobbled by Hoffman. Stayed in front of him. No spot for Stern to even think about trying to swipe third. 15 steals now on the summer for the Trinity Bantam. Noe hoping to pick him up here with 2 outs in the inning. Norwich scored all 4 of their runs last night with 2 outs. The 1-0. This is lifted in the air out to right center field on the run. It's going to fall in there. Scoring easily is Stern. It's a clutch 2-out RBI double. Kenny Noe, the game is tied at 1. There was a long run out there for Woodward and the right fielder, Jackson Kramer. And Norwich has even the ball game here, 1 apiece. Another 2-out strike for Norwich. Tonight's DB Lunt feeling electric play of the game is powered off the bat of Kenny Noe. Just that clutch gene that Norwich has had this summer with 2 outs. Just something about the urgency in those situations. It's a good gene to have. Norwich is even the ball game now, looking to take the lead. Here's Charlie Walsh. Walsh singled yesterday for Norwich. George Washington product, a 2.8, 260 hitter so far this summer. 5'9" in the lefty box, 170 pounds. He's sawed away for strike 1. Walsh riding a 3-game hitting streak. including a couple of multi-hit efforts. Walsh 6 for his last 16. Hoping to pick up Stern. Check that. Noe, not Stern. Stern scored on the earlier RBI double from Kenny Noe. Norwich has battled back to tie the game here against Potvin in the third. Righty set at the belt. Righty-lefty matchup, the 2-1. Curveball dives in there for strike two. Walsh with the white batting gloves, the high navy blue socks. Norwich is 1-2 so far this summer in the City Connect uniforms. Norwich won a dramatic ball game last time they were in the City Connects against the Westfield Starfires. It was Bryce Detweiler who lifted Norwich to the victory in the home run derby. Bryce Detweiler will be the home run derby participant for Norwich on Monday night at Fitton Field. He is a promising prospect headed to UConn. He shined on the mound last night for Norwich, worked a couple of innings, allowed the one earned run. It's the first earned run he's allowed. He's pitched 3 innings so far for Norwich, all against the Bees. Now this is grounded through the left side of the infield past the glove of LeClaire. This will bring home Noe. It's a clutch 2-out, 2-strike RBI single. Charlie Walsh says hello to Dodd Stadium tonight, and the Sea Unicorns have taken the lead here in the third. It's 2-1. 2-out team, I tell you what, this has been the 2-out summer to be in the Rose City. Charlie Walsh comes through. Back-to-back hits for Norwich, both run-scoring hits. Walsh brings home Kenny Noe. And this will keep the inning alive for Jack Sweeney, hoping to keep the good times rolling. First delivery home is upstairs. It misses ball one. I wonder if this will start to stir the bullpen of Worcester down the left field line. It's a ball and no strikes on the Rutgers product, Jack Sweeney. 1-0 delivery. That's in there at the top of the outside corner. Sweeney struck out his first time up. Norwich back in action tomorrow for a doubleheader, a pivotal one against the New Britain Bees. Hoping to make good on this Friday night contest against the first place Bravehearts. The 1-1 is outside for ball two. Sweeney hoping to continue to turn himself into a complete player on both sides of the diamond. Offensively, defensively, even on the base pass. Every way he can impact the game. Walsh is going. This is flipped out to center field. 3 straight hits for Norwich and heading first to third. Norwich has runners at the corners. Jack Sweeney keeps the line moving here against Potvin in the third. Walsh goes first to third. Sweet little swing there by Jack Sweeney. He sends Potvin back up the middle. And the Norwich offense rumbling here in the third. Inning continuing for the catcher, Cal Chance. When this offense gets going, it's a hard train to slow down. And once again, it's all done here with 2 outs in the inning. Potvin checks in on Sweeney. Norwich has run from time to time. Sweeney is going. Hoffman throws. No one's covering the second base bag. It'll skip out to center field. Walsh scores easily. Jack Sweeney ends up at third. And Norwich adds on here against Potvin in the third. 3 straight runs. It's 3-1. Another DB Lunt feeling electric play of the game. Norwich again has executed their double steals the last couple of games. Nobody was near the address of the second base bag. LeClaire was nowhere to be found. And for that matter, Henry DiGiorio was still stationed where he's playing second base on the lip of the outfield grass. Deep second base is where he's playing. Norwich has taken a 3-1 lead. Pitch home to Chance is below the kneecaps. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sweeney stands on third. Norwich hoping for a big inning here against Potvin in the third. Now some movement starting in the Bravehearts bullpen down the left field side. Count is even though. 1-1 to Chance. Downstairs for ball 2. Norwich certainly feeds off the energy, and when this crowd gets going, especially when Dodd Stadium has filled up the way it has, just creates some more life in that Sea Unicorns dugout, first base side. The 2-1. This is launched out to left field. That's going to get down. It's going to score Sweeney. Racing over to track it down is O'Rourke. It's a RBI, 2-out double. Cal Chance. And Norwich is rolling here in the third. 4 straight runs, all with 2 outs. And now this is going to bring out the manager, Luke Beckstein. Check that. It actually looks to be Alex Dion making the mound visit here. He hasn't signaled into the bullpen. The entire infield defense has swarmed the mound. Norwich all over the Bravehearts here in the third inning. 4 straight runs. Cal Chance delivers in the clutch. An opposite field RBI double. Norwich now with 4 straight hits against Potvin. Inning will continue for Gabriel Rivera. He's the 8th man up in the inning. Alex Dion will return to the Bravehearts dugout. Dion has been promoted to the Director of Player Personnel position. He was the acting manager last summer for Worcester. Worcester has a man hot in their bullpen. We'll see how long the leash is for Potvin here in the third. He has struggled mightily with 2 outs. Rivera on the first pitch cranks it away foul into the bleachers down the first base side. You remember the ball game here on June 20th against Worcester. Norwich had a 5-run bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs. So again, Norwich really steps up to the plate when their backs have been against the wall and they enjoy playing with 2 outs. No balls and a strike on Rivera. The pitch that bounces away from Hoffman. He loses sight of it, and cruising into third is Cal Chance. Potential 5th run of the inning, standing now 90 feet away. Rivera singled to right field his first time up. If the inning were to continue, it would mean a chance for Connor Scanlon. Potentially would also end the night for Potvin. Righty on righty matchup. The 1-1 to Rivera. There's the fastball at the top of the zone. Strike 2. Rivera crushed his first career home run in the Futures League against the Nashua Silver Knights. That was back on July the 3rd against Nashua at Holman Stadium. Rivera has power. He also leads the team in RBI. He has 14 of them. Hoping to drive home Cal Chance. All 2s across the board. Potvin ready on 2-2. Jammed inside is Rivera. He pops it up into shallow right field. Underneath it is DiGiorio. He makes the grab. The inning is over. but not before Norwich erupts here in the third. 4 straight runs with 2 outs against Jason Potvin, and the Sea Unicorns have taken the lead. It's 4-1. The fourth is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Unity in the community night is proudly presented by Pro Health Physicians, celebrating connection, belonging, and the spirit of teamwork.
Norwich has cashed in with a 4-run third inning, and they've taken the lead. It's 4-1. Eric Mathewson back out to work his second inning out of the Norwich bullpen. Fans, the school supply drive still going. It'll continue until Sunday, July 20th. Help the Futures League support our local communities by donating school supplies at upcoming Sea Unicorns games. You can still do it until this Sunday, July 20th. Donation box will be located at the front gate of Dodd Stadium. Once again, consider donating to the school supply drive and help the Futures League support our local communities. Mathewson works on Jalem Sepulveda. Start the fourth. 0-1 delivery. Bounces down and in. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Norwich got the job done in the bottom of the third. Now this is lifted in the air down the right field side. That's trailing foul. It's out of play. Sepulveda bounced into a double play his last time up. Now he strikes out. Nice work there by Mathewson to take care of the leadoff hitter for strikeout for the East Hartford, Connecticut native in his second inning of work. Mathewson, 5 feet 11 inches, 180 pounds. Delivers strike one to the catcher, Wyatt Hoffman. Chance set up outside. Another fastball just playing to the target is Mathewson. He's way ahead, 0-2 of Hoffman. Hoffman in his second summer in the Futures League. Now he takes for ball 1. Hoffman grounded out to short his first time up. From the full windup, Mathewson to the plate on 1-2. Jammed was the Bravehearts backstop. He fights it away foul. On 2-2, another foul off back out of play. Battle continues here. Still 2-2 on the catcher tonight, Wyatt Hoffman. Mathewson trying to retire the first two in order. Now a bouncing ball headed to short. No, he has it. Across the diamond, he works to Rivera, 2 down. Second time tonight Hoffman has grounded out to the Norwich shortstop. There's the second baseman, Henry DiGiorgio. DiGiorgio so far this summer for the Bravehearts, batting .237 on the summer in his second season in the Futures League with Worcester. In the lefty box, he's looking at strike one. DiGiorgio last summer in his rookie campaign was a .264 hitter. Now he's taking for strike two. In attack mode right now is Mathewson, well ahead of DiGiorgio. No balls, 2 strikes. Second baseman popped out to first base his first time up. Mathewson out of the zone there. Looking to put an end to the top of the fourth inning and retire Worcester in order. A righty delivers to the plate. Another foul off here. That's off the top of the luxury suite deck. It'll roll out of play. Mathewson featuring those high socks of his. Set up on the first base side of the rubber. Righty on lefty matchup here with 2 down and 2 strikes. The 0-2 home. Check swing there from Hoffman. He held up, says E. Tyler Bullock. Had a chance to say hello to Bo Jaworski, who is a part of that Futures League Championship roster in 2024 for the Sea Unicorns. Had a clutch game-tying RBI double against the Starfires in that championship win. Here's Walsh. He makes the play. He ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Eric Mathewson against the Bravehearts in the fourth. 4-1 Norwich headed to the home half when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today. New pitcher in the ballgame for Worcester is right-hander Stephen Rickert out of Eastern Connecticut State, Williston, Vermont native. 6 feet 2 inches, 190 pounds, is making his 10th appearance of the summer. Over 14 2/3 innings worked, has pitched to a .490 ERA. It's a rough go for him his last time out, July 10th against New Britain at New Britain Stadium in the Beehive. Lasted just a third of an inning, allowed 3 earned runs on 2 hits. He walked a man. Second time this summer, Norwich is meeting with Rickert. He worked 2 scoreless frames against Norwich in a 11-7 victory against Norwich back on June 26th. He also recorded 4 strikeouts, allowed a couple of hits.
Leading off the bottom half of the fourth inning, the Sea Unicorns second baseman, Connor Scanlon.
8-9-1 due up for Norwich here to begin the fourth. It was about as good of an inning you could have in the third against one of the best in the Bravehearts pitching staff. and Jason Potvin, who's headed to the All-Star game, and Norwich got the job done with 2 outs in the inning. Connor Scanlon hoping to keep the energy going here in the 4th. On the first pitch, it's a bounding ball to short. It eats up LeClaire, and Scanlon will reach on an error. It was a hard bouncing ball, but LeClaire is going to be charged with the error. And Norwich has the leadoff man on to start the 4th inning. Things are going right for this Norwich group. They're a hard team to slow down. We've talked about that with this group throughout the summer, despite the highs and the lows. I mean, when the highs are high for Norwich, I mean, the possibilities are endless, but those lows for Norwich, those are very deep. I mean, peaks and valleys, there have been plenty of them for Norwich. But make no mistake about it, Norwich can compete with anybody in this league when they are playing the right way. That misses for ball 2. And when we talk about playing the right way, it's about limiting the errors on defense. It's just the simple things, not about trying to be flashy or do the extra stuff, but taking the extra bases when you can, simplifying the approach, just spraying the ball around the field and making the plays defensively. On 2-0, that's outside ball 3. And then for the pitching staff, just being in the zone, you have to trust the defense behind you. Norwich has some incredible fielders that can make some brilliant plays. We've seen that on display. But have to do the little things right in order to win. It's 3-0 on Tirado. The pitch. The fastball all over the zone. Strike 1. Rickert working from the stretch. Right arm dangling. Glove tucked in. Now he comes set. Hoffman set up outside. There's ball 4. So Tirado works a 5-pitch walk. He's now struck out and drawn a walk. And that's when things are going well for Anthony Tirado. He's just seeing a lot of pitches at the plate. Now 8 walks over his last 5 ball games and counting. Norwich has the first 2 men on to begin the 4th inning against Rickert. Top of the order we go. It's Aiden Stern. Stern was hit by the pitch against Potvin back in the 3rd inning. That's how he reached. Later stole second. First pitch home to the Trinity Bantam is in there. Strike 1. Stern out of South Salem, New York. Looking to keep the offense rumbling. Now a slow bouncing ball to first. Tough play for Marshall. Stretching out to cover the first base bag. There is Rickert diving and scoring is Scanlon. And advancing all the way to 3rd goes Anthony Tirado. So Norwich gets a run on the play. It was a slippery slide over there for Rickert, who had to cover the first base bag on a dribbler headed up the first base side. Marshall had to come darting in on it. And by the time Rickert even got to first base, rounding 3rd and coming home to try and score is Scanlon. Norwich has added on. It's an error charged against the first baseman, Jackson Marshall. And Norwich has extended the lead. It's 5-1. Now a conversation, a meeting of the minds here. Fans, stick with us following tonight's broadcast for the Capital Property Group postgame show. Capital Property Group, condo and real estate management. Go to mycapitalteam.com. Who's it going to be? Find out following tonight's game on the postgame show. Once again, the Capital Property Group postgame show following the conclusion of tonight's ball game. Hoping to chat about a Sea Unicorns win on a Friday night. Stern thought he would have been safe there. It was a bang-bang play there at the first base bag. We'll see if we have a view of it on our replay system. O'Brien, the batter, headed to the plate. Here's a look at that replay. It was a close play there at that first base bag. Could have gone either way, but Stern ruled out. Now O'Brien on the first pitch he sees, dumps this into left field. The beat keeps going for the Norwich offense. They add on here in the fourth. A run-scoring single, Gavin O'Brien. Norwich adds on to the lead. It's 6-1. The Norwich offense is rumbling right now. Gavin O'Brien drives home Anthony Tirado, inning continuing for the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Rickard's first pitch home is ruled for strike one. (6-1) Norwich. Kenny Noe the batter. Gavin O'Brien on at first. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Norwich now 6 runs on 6 hits tonight. Have to like the tune of the offense right now. Noe had a RBI double. That jump-started the Norwich Heat Wave. Now on an awkward check swing, a slow roller. Charging in DiGiorio. He's not going to have a play at the first base bag. Norwich has runners now at first and second with 1 out here in the home 4th inning as we are joined by Jeff Blaman from the Masonic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? There we go.
No.
And then you're with Masonic Hair? Yeah. Okay. With Jeff Blaman from Masonic Hair. Well, thanks for hopping on.
Thank you for having me.
Great night for baseball. Unity in the community. How much fun is it right now being a part of this crowd tonight?
Oh, it's fantastic to see the stadium so full of life and joy, and everyone's having a great night watching this fabulous baseball game. It's amazing.
Norwich has made the most out of it. 6-1 the lead here for Charlie Walsh. Second consecutive season we've had unity in the community. Now a bouncing ball headed to second. DiGiorio has it. Rickard covers the first base bag. A diving effort there by Marshall. And now 2 outs in the inning. How much fun is it to be back here for a second season?
Oh, it's fantastic. To be honest, last year we sold 500 tickets, and this year we actually had sold 700. So to have 700 people who are part of the Masonic family or extended family here is really great. Everyone's kind of socializing and moving around in the seats, and it really is nice to see like the concourse so full of people kind of enjoying themselves. I love it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to have Dodd Stadium fill up the way that it has here tonight. What's the whole vision behind Masonic Care and maybe how the vision started?
Absolutely. So basically, Masonic Care is an organization that actually assists the elderly with assisted living, memory care, also hospice and other amenities that they may need later in life. And so the organization has offices even as close as Mystic and Wallingford and other places. And so for tonight, half the money from the proceeds of these 700 ticket sales that we were able to garner goes to benefit Masonic Care with some matching funds. And then we also have half the money going to Dodd Stadium. So hopefully that's a little bit of a boon for the stadium as well.
You said last season over 500 tickets sold. Now this season
700 plus.
Over 700 plus. I mean, can you speak about just the commitment the Masonic Care family has and just the passion they have in supporting their community?
Yeah, as a fraternity, Masonry or Freemasonry at large is like basically a society of brothers and friends. And the idea, you've all heard of elks and moose and eagles and so forth, the Knights of Columbus. And this is just another organization. The Freemasons have been around since the 1700s, and it's basically about taking care of one another. And that's where Masonic Care evolved from, an opportunity to take care of the elderly, the widows, the orphans. And so this has been going now since the early 1900s.
Well, it's incredible to see it in our community right here in Norwich and just the strength of it. For you, what is the daily workings of it for you like?
I mean, so for me, I'm the master of a lodge, which is kind of like the elected leader in Portland, Connecticut, down in the area near Middletown. And through my lodge, I have about 68 members. But everyone who's here is from lodges all over the state. We literally have some brothers that came all the way from Sterling and Waterbury and Sheldon to be here. So a lot of these guys, you can tell, it's close to their heart if they're willing to drive over an hour to be part of this event today. And so it's happy to see them all together in this one stadium. It's fantastic.
Certainly special to see. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jack Sweeney. Norwich has a couple of men on here in the 4th inning. Rickard high and tight on Jack Sweeney. How about this offense right now from the Sea Unicorns tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really engaging and it's explosive to watch. I was sitting in the stands on the right-hand first base line, and they were heckling the other team and shouting at the players, and really just a lot of fun. I mean, it was all really just well done. It was great fun.
Crowd has been into it tonight. Sweeney hoping for more fireworks. He drills away. Strike 2 foul. Battle continues. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I know that you also have a skate shop as well with the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I might have to get my hands on one of those shoes here and start.
I'd love to have you come through. So, yeah, I've been actually in Greenville, in the Greenville section of Norwich, Connecticut, for 22 years. The Ideal Skate Shop, 175 Central Ave, basically the best selection of Vans footwear in Connecticut. People drive an hour.
Oh, Jack Sweeney lifts a high fly ball deep out to left field. This is going to bounce and roll out to the wall. Jack Sweeney continues to match this summer. He's not stopping yet. He's headed to third. He has a 2-out RBI triple. Norwich adds on. It's 8-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Scanlon easily scores, and so does Kenny Noe. Check that, Gavin O'Brien. 8-1 Norwich.
That was amazing.
Jack Sweeney.
Yeah, that was amazing. So basically the store has been there for 22 years, and one of the fun things is we always do a lot of charity events. We're always giving to the Bully Busters in town, the Young Marines, the Cub Scouts. We do coat drives for the homeless, and we're always involved in everything Norwich if we can be. So I always tell people, if you aren't familiar, stop by the Ideal Skate Shop, 175 Central Ave, because you don't have to skateboard to wear comfortable shoes.
Well, I can't wait to get some comfortable shoes for myself. We will certainly make that happen. We'll get that up on the broadcast, too. When I come rolling in here with some new Vans.
We're going to have some ultra-range Vans on you for sure. KC has worn a pair out there on the field many times. They're actually very comfortable.
I guess what was it about the Ideal Skate Shop that made you interested in starting to sell some of those Vans and get that going?
So initially, the funny thing about Vans is they sell like a mediocre version of their shoes in Bob's and Kohl's and major outlets. But then they have a specialized line they only sell in skate shops and surf shops because you got to view them as equipment. But if they're that comfortable, they're made to absorb that much impact. It's better for your knees, your back, your ankles, and everybody who buys them from me is a nurse or a healthcare worker of some sort, or a bartender, or someone on their feet at the casino. So I kind of sell most of my shoes to people that just are on their feet and want something comfortable. They're not even skaters. It's more about the comfort.
I think that
people with bad knees buy a lot of shoes from me, to be quite honest. If you got bad knees, come to the Ideal Skate Shop.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more people there continuing to. You have them on right now.
I do.
Some of those Vans. So I mean, those are snazzy. You definitely have to get some of those here in Norwich. Leads 8-1 here against the first place Worcester Bravehearts. Cal Chance, the batter at the plate. Jack Sweeney with the monster RBI triple. First triple for him this summer. The bats have really caught some fire here. I think it's Masonicare that's got it going.
Yeah, I think so too. I just saw the CEO of Masonicare, J.P. Vanoit, and he was ecstatic about the turnout tonight, as this is our 3rd annual, second one with the Unicorns, and absolutely a phenomenal turnout tonight. So he was very pleased to see this many people involved. So we appreciate the support of Dodd Stadium immensely.
So excited to see Dodd Stadium so full of life. I mean, so many different options to choose from. Do you have maybe a favorite spot in the ballpark you enjoy the most?
To be honest, one of the funniest things is there's a really cool thing that happens here in off days. The Casella-sponsored disc golf event that KC Collins runs here, it has a wonderful turnout, and they actually turn the baseball stadium into a disc golf course, and it's really something to see. It's really amazing because you wouldn't expect it, but when you're here, it makes perfect sense. It leads to a lot of challenging shots. So I think that's kind of a cool caveat that most people don't know happens here.
I'm not sure how much time you still have left to chat with us here. We want to keep you here as long as you would like to stay here, so the invitation is certainly open on 2-2 home. This is flipped out to center field. That's going to score a run. Jack Sweeney heads home, and Norwich leads 9-1. RBI base hit. Cal Chance, second RBI for him of the ball game, and the Norwich offense just won't be stopped right now.
Well, I want to thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. I look forward to seeing you again next year. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you so much. Fans, that was Jeff Blayman with Masonicare and the Ideal Skate Shop. We can't wait to have him back here at another ball game, and I'll be back with some Vans on my feet. We just got the card here, so next time you see me at the ballpark, we'll got the Vans on, and open invite as always for Jeff Blayman. I think he's the good luck charm. Norwich has a 9-1 lead right now over the first place Bravehearts. Here's Gabriel Rivera, the batter at the plate. Cal Chance on it first. 9 runs on 9 hits tonight. The pitch, that's inside, and the count is even. Once again, the Norwich offense comes rumbling with 2 outs in the inning. Just something about it with this group really excites the offense. It's even 1-1 on Rivera. Rickard set at the belt. The pitch home, a high chopper foul. Third base side. Ball in 2 strikes. Once again, a huge thank you to Masonicare and Jeff Blayman. What a great night this has been at Dodd Stadium. Just looking to soak it in tonight at Dodd. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Rivera. Riser headed to Rutgers. Chance another riser. He's on at first. That's been a storyline of this group. Lots of high upside young players on this Norwich roster. You'll look throughout it. Rivera, another one of those. We saw Joey Race play yesterday. Bryce Dentweiler pitch on 2-2. The pitch from Rickard. Just getting a piece of it is Rivera. It's bounced foul up the third base chalk line. Offense is contagious. There are no doubts about that. It has infected the Norwich offense in as good of a way that you could ask. Rivera battling with 2 strikes. Rivera single to right. He's also popped out to second. The 2-2. Holding on to it for strike 3 is Wyatt Hoffman. But not before Norwich adds on. They strike for 5 here in the 4th. It's 9-1 Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
From Worcester, Will Kramer, Evan Kelly, Jake LaFrancois, David Siciliano, Caleb Allen, Chris Mondesir, and Aiden Cardoza. And fans, we ask that you please back Jack. Jack Sweeney is one of the 6 finalists, 2 of which will be voted in by fans for the All-Star game. You can vote for Jack by going to the Futures League website, read the article on the All-Star game and click on the link, or go to the Sea Unicorns Instagram page, read the story on the All-Star game and click on the link there. Let's vote for Jack Sweeney to make that All-Star game. That's being played on Tuesday. Leading off, the television hitting for the Bravehearts, VH, Mason Clark. Oh, really? Hey, boss.
We are headed to the top of the 5th inning. All Norwich here tonight, 9-1. Mathewson back out for his 3rd inning of relief. Has been dominant so far against the Worcester offense. He's allowed just 1 base runner. That was the walk to LeClaire. Leadoff man up in the inning is Mason Clark, the designated hitter. He grounded out to third his first time up back in the 2nd. 1-1 from Mathewson. Here's a off-speed pitch. It nails the inside corner. Strike 2. Especially with those add-on runs for Norwich. Now you just need to hold off Worcester. Holding up is Clark. Borderline pitch missing for Mathewson. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, especially as a pitching staff. You'll love those runs. The bigger the cushion, but now it really amplifies how important it is to continue to put up zeros. Turned away with ball 2 as Clark had nearly hit him. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Both catchers on the active roster for Worcester in the lineup today for Luke Beckstein. Hoffman has the catching duties. Clark in the lineup as the DH on 3-2 home. Another nasty wipeout slider. It misses. And Clark is aboard to begin the 5th, a leadoff walk. This will bring up the right fielder, Jackson Kramer. Kramer walked his first time up. That was back in the 3rd. Now he grounds it softly foul, third base side. Mathewson has been challenged by the walks at times. He's issued 8 of those, compared to the 14 strikeouts now to his name. Now the big bender is in the zone. Strike 2. This is the part of the order you have to attack, the bottom of this order. That's how deep this lineup is. Once you roll it back over, it's where the big bats can really make some noise. You prefer to see them with the bases empty. The 0-2. That is in there, strike 3. Mathewson spots the fastball on the outside corner. He locks up Kramer. 1 down here in the 5th. Top of the order we go. Here's Caleb Woodward. Woodward's 1 for 2 tonight. He's flied to center. He's also singled to right. Woodward, a native of San Pedro, California. Attends Trinity College in Texas. Woodward using the bright green bat. He stands in the lefty batter's box. Now he grounds it to second. Walsh has it. He flips to Noe for 1. He fires to first. It's in time. There's your Artisan building and remodeling defensive play of the game. Norwich turns it 4-6-3 on the double play. The inning is over.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Well, thank you, Logan. Once again, more trivia at Square Peg Pizza and Preston Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m. Well, fans, it's time to introduce.
We're headed to the bottom of the fifth inning. All Norwich tonight, they lead 9-1. Stephen Rickert back out to work the bottom of the fifth. Fans, the Burns Agency in Norwich and Dayville, working smart and hard for residents and businesses since 1932. Let us do the same for you too. Go to theburnsagency.com because you'll buy better at Burns. Fans, still a couple of upcoming Friday night firework nights. We want to see you here next Friday, July 25th, when the Norwich Sea Unicorns play host to the Nashua Silver Knights. First pitch at 6:30 local time. The Sea Unicorns will be back in their Rose and New England jerseys. Those special uniforms presented by Dime Bank. And the final Friday night fireworks coming at you August the 1st. Once again, Friday night fireworks presented by Liberty Bank. Leadoff man up in the inning is Connor Scanlon. Norwich has sent 8 batters to the plate in each of the last 2 innings. It's made for an offensive explosion here on this Friday night. 4 runs in the third, 5 more in the fourth. Scanlon lifts away. Strike 2, foul. Scanlon's trying to break out of a mini slump that he's been in the last couple of ball games. He said he would take anything, even if it's a soft dribbler. Now he watches ball 1 just narrowly miss. And sometimes that's all it takes. You just need one to fall in somewhere. Doesn't have to be the loudest contact. Just something to restart the engine. The 1-2. That's up and in. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No better night than to get back on the gas than here tonight. Norwich offense has been full of life. 9 runs on 9 hits. Scanlon in protection mode. It's 2-2 with Rickert. Scanlon out of Fairfield University. Now he cuts and fouls away. Strike 2. Scanlon has gone hitless over his last 3 ball games. Just 2 hits over his last 6 contests. Two for his last 23. That just missed for ball 3. Hoffman thought Scanlon was going to be sent packing, but instead the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Strikeout rate has ticked up a little for Scanlon over the recent stretch. Hoping to be a leadoff runner here in the Norwich 5th. Count is full. It's 3-2. The pitch. This is flipped in the air out to center field. It's falling in a hurry. Diving is Woodward. He won't get to it. Scanlon digging in for second. He will slide in there safely. A leadoff double. Connor Scanlon. Get him out of the slump. Leadoff double. That's got to feel good. Woodward had to go a long way for it. He covers a lot of ground out there in center field. Found a patch of outfield grass. And Norwich has a man in scoring position against Rickert to start the 5th. Toronto at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He was caught looking his first time up. He wasn't happy with the strike zone. Drew a walk his last time up. Now he drives it back up the middle. Woodward on the run. He's not going to get to it. Scanlon headed to third. Toronto aboard at first, and Norwich in business to begin the fifth. Offense is rumbling right now. This will bring up Aiden Stern. Norwich has men at the corners. They added a run on the big board. I think that will come back up until Scanlon officially crosses the plate. Runners at first and third for Norwich in the fifth inning. 9 runs on 11 hits tonight. Here's the leadoff man, Stern. He's watching. Strike one, catch the outside corner. Man is loosening in the Worcester bullpen down the left field side. It's a right-hander. Stern looking for his first hit of the night against Worcester. Riding a 4-game hitting streak. He's behind no balls and 2 strikes. 4th trip to the plate for Stern. He's grounded out a couple of times. He's also been hit by the pitch. A chance to send Norwich into double digits tonight. That is in there. It catches the outside corner. It was nowhere near the outside edge. Stern is rung up on strikes. Visibly upset by the call as the leadoff man, Aiden Stern. A generous strike 3 call, to say the least, from home plate umpire Levante Palmer. He's had a couple of those. The one to Toronto, this one to Stern. O'Brien is looking at strike 1. He'll be trying to deliver for Norwich. Now he drills this out to left field. This is going to foul in front of O'Rourke. Scanlon scores easily. A headfirst dive into third for Anthony Toronto. And Norwich has made it 10-1 here in the 5th inning. Norwich has scored runs in each of the last 3 innings. The offense is white hot. 3 hits in the inning. The only out was the looking strikeout of Aiden Stern. O'Brien has a couple of RBIs here tonight. Norwich has made it 10-1 against Worcester. Here's the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Working from the stretches, Rickard. It's been a rot night for him. Playing in is Sepulveda at third. Marshall's holding on O'Brien at first. Have to imagine Norwich is going to have to execute a double steal here. O'Brien has plenty of speed. He's on at first. Marshall holding him on. Toronto has great speed. He's the runner at third. That's inside with the fastball. Count is even, 1-1. Noe is doubled today. He's walked and has also reached on an error. Norwich has plenty of balance between lefties and righties in the order. Norwich has 5 lefties in the lineup, 4 righties. It really makes it difficult to match up against the Norwich offense. It's 2-1 on Noe. The pitch home. Foul off, back and out of play. Count is even, 2-2 on Kenny Noe, Freeport, New York native. Four in the third, 5 in the fourth. One more here in the 5th. It's 10-1 for the host tonight on Unity in the community. Noe takes, and the count is run full. It's 3-2. Have to like the response from Norwich after the way things had gone the last couple of days here at Dodd Stadium. Noe works a walk, and now the bases are loaded for Jack Sweeney. Still time to continue to vote here in the fan vote. Luke Beckstein has seen enough. He's going to make a pitching change with Jack Sweeney coming to the plate. We'll take a moment. We'll step aside. Norwich still threatening here in the fifth. The bases are loaded with one out. 10-1 Norwich.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's one, not two or three. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like, wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
New pitcher in the ball game for Worcester is right-hander Paul McCarthy out of Tufts University. A riser out of East Walpole, Massachusetts, will be greeted by Jack Sweeney. You need that shot. Jack Sweeney will come into bat. Bases are loaded for him, and fans, still time to send Jack. You need a back, Jack. Let's get him to Polar Park on Tuesday night. He's giving you good reason why to start to cast your votes for him. He already has a triple for himself here tonight. That was back in the fourth, and he also a single to center field. Sweeney is the man who waits on deck. Charlie Walsh will bat. Walsh and then Jack Sweeney. Bases are loaded for Norwich. Bravehearts have turned to Paul McCarthy to help lead them out of the woods. One out in the inning. Norwich has already struck for a run. That was the RBI base hit from Gavin O'Brien. He's on at second. Now a bouncing ball to first. Marshall fires to the plate. It gets away from the catcher, Hoffman. O'Brien chugging along. He will score. Another error committed by the Worcester defense. Jackson Marshall came up firing to the plate. He was already playing in. It got beyond Wyatt Hoffman. And Norwich now has a 12-1 lead. Second error committed tonight by the All-Star Jackson Marshall. They are rare ones that come, but when they do, you have to be sure to cash in on them. And Norwich has done exactly that tonight. Walsh up to second. Noe at third for Jack Sweeney. A 3-run fifth inning for Norwich. It's a 12-1 lead. McCarthy's pitch home is slugged away foul. Sweeney with the hearty cut there. Got a pitch he liked from McCarthy, who's pitched to an ERA of 6. 4th game of the summer. Just 3 innings worked. Worked a scoreless inning and a big win for Worcester against Westfield. That was back on July 16th, a lopsided one. 17 runs for the Worcester offense. They can certainly put them up on the board. Sweeney, the man at the plate. Hoffman set up inside the 1-1. This is skied in the air, a high pop up a mile high. Sepulveda drops the baseball. It's a foul ball. Nothing has gone right for Worcester here tonight. It looked to be a routine pop-up, but Jack lifted it a mile high into the night sky that is turning tonight here. It's been a gorgeous night for baseball here at Dodd Stadium. It's 1-2 on Jack Sweeney. McCarthy has him on the ropes. Hoffman set up outside. Now that runs inside. It almost caught Sweeney. A gorgeous night sky over Dodd Stadium here tonight. Righty set at the belt. It's 2-2 on Sweeney. The pitch. This is drilled back to the screen. It's even 2-2 on Sweeney. Right arm dangling from the side of McCarthy. Now he comes set at the belt. Hoffman wants him inside. The 2-2. Bounding ball headed to short. Leclerc charges in. This will score the run. Sweeney is out. RBI ground out Jack Sweeney. And Norwich has made it 13-1. 4-run 5th inning. 4 in the 3rd. 5 in the 4th. And 4 more here in the 5th. 2 outs. This will bring up the catcher, Cal Chance. Productive out there for Jack Sweeney. Walsh now at 3rd. Inside with ball 1 is Paul McCarthy. One out to Chance. That is in there. The count is even 1-1. Have to like the night Chance has had so far today. A multi-hit game for himself. He's at RBIs in his last 2 at-bats. Hoping for the hat trick here. That misses for ball 2. Norwich got a couple of innings from Matt Tabbitt in his Sea Unicorns debut. Eric Mathewson has been lights out in the Norwich bullpen the last 3 innings. Now a chopper headed to second. DiGiorgio has it on a hop. He fires to first. The inning is over, but not before Norwich blast off for 4 more runs in the 5th. And they have a 13-1 lead against the Bravehearts. The 6th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Fans, this week's Craftsmanship Tip of the Week is presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling. They're your trusted local experts in home improvement. If you're thinking about a new roof, consider solar shingles. They offer the same protection as a traditional roof while also generating clean, renewable energy. It's a smart and sustainable upgrade built to last. Eric Mathewson back out there for Norwich with plenty of run support. Norwich has a 13-1 lead over Worcester as they continue to try and make adjustments to the scoreboard. Norwich now 13 runs on 12 hits. It's a pinch hitter batting for Worcester. Jordan Enriquez will bat in the spot of the All-Star Ryan LeClaire. Once again, you have to keep the same mindset. If you're Mathewson, yes, you love the run support, but now you got to go back in there and have to toss another zero. You can't get complacent. That's when the Worcester team gets as dangerous as they get, is when their opponent just steps off the gas. I mean, the way they've come back in some games this summer, you can just never count out this Bravehearts group. I mean, there have been a couple of games when you just check in on the live score report around the league, and Worcester's been down by 5 or 6 runs. Next thing you know, a couple innings later, they've battled back to get back within a run or two. Count is even. It's 1-1 on Enriquez. Enriquez is 2 for 6 this summer in a small sample size. He's driven in 3 runs. Enriquez out of Dayton University, Auburn, Massachusetts native, goes down on a strikeout. So Mathewson collects another strikeout to his name since he's come out of the Norwich bullpen in the 3rd inning. Mathewson has now racked up 3 strikeouts for himself. One down, it's the left fielder, Evan O'Rourke. O'Rourke fouls away, strike 1. O'Rourke so far tonight has walked. He's also grounded out to first. O'Rourke, 7 runs driven in. Now 2 strikes on him. Mathewson has been a strike thrower tonight. 37 in the zone. On a 1-2 to O'Rourke. Now he flips this into left field. O'Rourke aboard for the first time today. And the Bravehearts have a one-out base runner. Jackson Marshall's come to a close. It'll be a pinch hitter. It'll be the Siena College product, Cole Hambley, a riser out of Cranston, Rhode Island, 6 feet 2 inches, 200 pounds in the lefty batter's box. Playing in his 4th ball game of the summer. He's 2 for his first 3. Hambley made his season debut against New Britain back on July 15th. Recent addition to the Bravehearts roster. The man on is Evan O'Rourke. He dumped a single into left field. One out base runner against Mathewson. Now a wave and a miss for strike 1. Mathewson delivers a wave and a miss, strike 2. Count control now for Mathewson. On the riser headed to Siena. Cole Hambley, he'll be teammates there with Gio Conti, who is transferred from UConn. The 1-2 home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mathewson has a couple strikeouts here in the 6th inning, and 4 on the night. Fans, Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a new name with the same great people and service you know is coming soon. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a division of Ascend Bank. 2 down, here's Shalem Sepulveda. He rolls it on the ground to short. No, he goes the short way to Walsh, covering the second base bag. Mathewson works efficiently here in the 6th. It's 12-1 Norwich. Check that, 13-1 Norwich.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. Fans, Sunday Funday is headed back to Dodd Stadium this Sunday when the Norwich Sea Unicorns play host to these Worcester Bravehearts. First pitch scheduled for 1 o'clock local time. The gates open at 12 p.m. Sunday Funday with post-game kids around the bases and have a catch in the outfield. Children 12 and under are invited on the field following the game to run the bases one time and have a catch in the outfield with their families for 15 minutes. Baseballs for Have a Catch are presented by CT Dot. Sundays are also our First Mates Club Day. The First Mates Club is open to children 12 and under. As a member, you will receive a ticket to every Sunday home game, receive a t-shirt and a credential to show off your membership and style. Receive discounts at concessions and merchandise stands on Sundays, presented by K&H Equipment of Plainfield. Paul McCarthy back out to work into the 6th inning. McCarthy recorded the final couple of outs in the 5th. It's been a run fest tonight for the Norwich offense. Bats have awakened here after being silenced by the Bees the last couple of days. Now a scorcher heads into the crowd down the first base side. Here's Gabriel Rivera. Big part of the success tonight is started from the defense. I mean, just the plays Norwich has made tonight defensively. It's been a big reason why. Rivera lifts a fly ball in the air. Woodward underneath it. He makes the grab. Defensive changes for Luke Beckstein's group include a new shortstop. That is now Jordan Enriquez. And now in first base is Cole Hambley. The lead where it is for Norwich. A chance for Luke Beckstein to get some of his regulars off their feet. He's played them as much as he possibly can. Awkward swing there for Scanlon, who has gotten himself back into the hit column after being held hitless his last 3 games. Leadoff double to start the 5th. Later scored. He sawed off for strike 2. Fans at Griswold Dental, their goal is to create a trusting relationship with patients where their comfort and health is our first priority. Start your journey to better health today at griswolddental.net. Scanlon brushed back, breaking ball missing for ball 1. Rivera's, check that. Scanlon 1 for 3 so far today. He's also reached on an error. Now a high pop-up. This is playable over there at second. DiGiorgio makes the grab on it. 2 up, 2 down for Paul McCarthy in the 6th. Two down, here's the center fielder, Anthony Tirado. Have to imagine Mathewson will be handed the keys in the 7th inning the way that he has pitched tonight for Norwich. It's 1-0 to Tirado. Another fly ball this inning for McCarthy. This will get him out of it. 3 straight flyouts here from Norwich in the 6th. The 7th is next. All Norwich tonight. It's 13-1 over Worcester.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Wyatt Hoffman will lead it off against Eric Mathewson here in the 7th, and on the first pitch he sees, he pops it up. In foul ground, Rivera makes the grab on it, 1 out.
The second baseman, Henry DeGiorgio.
Here's Henry DiGiorio. It's a ball and a strike on DiGiorio here in the 7th inning. All Norwich tonight. They lead 13-1. Norwich broke the game open with 4 runs in the 3rd inning. 5 more in the 5th. And 4 more in the 6th. Check that. 4 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th, 4 more in the 5th. Now a shallow fly ball, a diving effort out there in center field. Toronto unable to get to it. And aboard is DiGiorio.
The designated hitter, Mason Clark.
One out, 1 on. First pitch fastball misses inside. Batter at the plate is Mason Clark. Now he skies a fly ball in the air. Toronto on the run, still moving back. He's got a beat on it. He makes the catch shy of the warning track, and the Bravehearts are down to their final out tonight.
The right fielder, Jackson Kramer.
Norwich trying to make quick work of Worcester here on what's been a fun Friday night at Dodd Stadium. Jackson Kramer, the batter, he waves and misses, strike 1. Norwich back in action tomorrow against the New Britain Bees, a doubleheader. Now a slow roller, it's going to be a tough play for Walsh. He fires to first, it's in time. I would imagine that's the end of the ball game. Worcester had come out to take the field, but Norwich has a 13-1 lead. That should end the ball game here.
League rules say that on a fireworks night, there is no mercy rule.
So because it's a fireworks night, we are going to play the entire 9 innings here tonight. So that answers all of our questions. Norwich has a 13-1 lead. It's stretch time here in Norwich. It's presented by GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness. Hey fans, is your body throwing wild pitches? Don't settle for the big box physical therapy where you're just another number. At GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness in Waterford, we deliver major league care. From everyday aches to pelvic health, fitness for beginners, and even treatment trusted by professional athletes, you'll get one-on-one time with expert therapists who treat the whole you, not just a sore spot. No assembly lines, no insurance headaches, just real results. step up to the plate at GOAT PT, the greatest of all time in physical therapy. Visit goatpt.com to book your free phone consultation today.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Looks like it's anything goes tonight. They're not even taking time for commercial breaks. Just moving right along. Aiden Stern leads it off. Home half of the 7th inning. Paul McCarthy back out there for the Bravehearts. Stern strikes out. A tough night for him. Second time he's been punched out here. So we'll bring up Gavin O'Brien. Brian's had a nice day for himself, as has the Norwich offense. He skies it in the air to right field. Underneath it to make the grab on it is Jackson Kramer, 2 down. Two down, here's Kenny Noe. Noe has a hit today. He's also drawn a walk, has reached on an air, and almost runs inside and hits him. Now a fly ball looped in the air. That is caught out there in left field. Not yet. Evan O'Rourke, the inning is over. Norwich down in order here in the 7th inning. 13-1 for the host. The 8th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for your Sea Unicorns from Westfield State, number 25, Jack Novak. Novak now pitching for Norwich.
Norwich has made a call to the bullpen for Westfield State product Jack Novak. He will come on in relief of Eric Mathewson, who was lights out tonight out of the Norwich pen. Mathewson finishes night five scoreless innings. He walked 3, struck out 4. Allowed just the 2 hits. Now a softly hit fly ball in the air. Long run in. Toronto makes the running crab 1 down. Woodward retired to start the Bravehearts 8th inning. Quick work there for Jack Novak. Here's the shortstop, Jordan Enriquez. He was caught looking his first time up today. He's come in as a pinch hitter for Ryan LeClaire. Novak, the new arm in the ball game. He's over the head of Enriquez. He ducks out of the way for ball 1. Novak has pitched to a 3.07 ERA over 14 2/3 innings worked. Righty set at the belt, the 1-0. A big cut there. Enriquez up empty. Count is even. Just the 8th plate appearance of the summer for Enriquez. Count is even, a ball and a strike. That's downstairs for ball 2. Enriquez a riser headed to Dayton, Woburn, Massachusetts native. Hitters count, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Out fishing there was Enriquez. Count is even. Novak trying to take care of Enriquez for the second out in the inning. Down and away, and the count is full. Last time out for Novak, Colchester, Connecticut native, worked an inning against Nashua. That was back on July the 2nd. He allowed 2 earned runs on 2 hits. The full count delivery. That misses. And Enriquez draws a 1-out walk. One down, one on for the left fielder, Evan O'Rourke. O'Rourke has walked. He's grounded out to first. He's also fly to left field. Well, one from Novak misses. Novak has only worked just 1 inning, just once this summer. That was against Nashua. He's worked at least 2 innings in 5 of his 8 outings this summer. 1 out base runner on. That's Enriquez. That's outside to O'Rourke. Novak took care of the leadoff man, Caleb Woodward, on a fly out to shallow center field. It was a long running catch for Toronto. 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings have been the difference tonight for Norwich. A 2-1 from Novak. That's in there on the outside corner, strike 2. Paint there from Novak. Waiting on deck is Hambley. He pinch hit for Marshall last time. On 2-2. That skips outside. The count is full. Work out of Salve Regina has a full count on him. Now it's a bounding ball to second. Walsh goes to flip to Noe, and the ball just kind of tailspinned on him down to the dirt. And the Bravehearts have men on first and second. First error committed tonight by the Sea Unicorns defense. On the other side, Worcester has committed 4 of their own. O'Rourke is on. Here's Cole Hambley. Well, these are the gift runners we talked about during the pregame. You just can't afford to allow these runners to reach. Fans tune in before every ball game for the SCR Structures and Sheds pregame show. Once again, SCR Structures and Sheds, for the last 25 years, we have succeeded by providing our customers excellent storage solutions. SCR Structures and Sheds, local, just up the road in North Franklin. SCR-structures.com. It's 2-1 here on Hambley in the Bravehearts' 8th inning. Couple men on, a walk in air have set the table for Hambley. Novak comes set at the belt. Chance set up outside, the 2-1 home. A tapper foul. Fans tune in every Monday afternoon for lunch with the Sea Unicorns live from SNSN Studios in Jewett City, where we chat about the latest with the Norwich Sea Unicorns and everything you need to know. Once again, tune in for lunch with the Sea Unicorns Mondays at noon. Count is even. It's 2-2 on Hambley. He's hitting in the spot of Marshall. Novak set at the belt on 2-2. Awkward cut there. Hambley was swinging for the fences. Hambley, a riser, headed to Siena College. On the move was Enriquez. He'll be returned to second base. He was looking to swipe second. Check that third. Scanlon nowhere near the bag and no one holding him on over there. Rivera playing off the bag at first. Novak comes set. It's 2-2 on Hambley. The righty kicks and deals home. It is on the inside corner, strike 3. Novak locks up Hambley, 2 down. Key punch out for Novak. This will bring up the all-star third baseman, Jalem Sepulveda. Sepulveda certainly has plenty of power in his bat. Bright green bat form. Now he smokes a high fly ball. This is playable in left field. Jack Sweeney makes the grab on it, and the inning is over. Novak works around a couple of base runners. It's 13-1 Norwich. The bottom of the 8th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. All Norwich tonight, 13-1 for the host. Fans, Jewett City Savings Bank is your hometown bank for over 125 years. Start a new account at jcsbank.com or come into one of our convenient offices and find out why we are your community bank. Paul McCarthy back out to work the bottom of the 8th. McCarthy has worked 2 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. He's not allowed a hit to this point. He has slowed down the roll of the Norwich offense, which has built a 13-1 lead. Ball and no strikes here to Charlie Walsh. Walsh has an RBI single to his name. That was to left field. Back in the 3rd inning. He's been on base a couple of times. He's reached on an error. 13 runs on 11 hits tonight for Norwich. A bouncing ball to second. High hop there. DiGiorgio as the hop. He fires to first. 1 down. Have to like what Paul McCarthy has done in this ball game since he's entered to cool off the Norwich bats. Just a monster effort from the Sea Unicorns over the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. And McCarthy has no-hit them over the last 3 innings officially that he's worked. Sweeney at the plate has had a nice day for himself. Multi-hit effort. He has 3 RBIs. The 1-0. That's in there. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jack has been impressive over his last 5 contests. It's just continuing to pile up for him. The 1-1 home. Bouncing ball, foul, strike 2.
Dangerous to stand there. Thanks so much, kids.
Sweeney has 4 multi-hit games over his last 5 games. The 1-2 jammed him inside. He fights it away. Jack Sweeney, highly touted outfield prospect out of Allentown High School. Put up some big numbers as a high schooler there. Really enjoyed the opportunity he had as a rookie at Rutgers. Now he lines it back up the middle, a base hit. Jack Sweeney stays on a 3-hit game for himself. The 13th hit of the ball game for Norwich. And the Sea Unicorns have a 1-out base runner in the 8th inning. Another battle for Jack, with 2 strikes on him, and has been as confident as they come. Here's the catcher, Cal Chance. He hooks away. Strike 1, foul. Fans dine in Mondays for Breakfast with Ben. We say hello to you tuning in the 321 Media Group out of Westerly, Rhode Island, and thank them for continuing to carry our broadcast all season long. Breakfast with Ben, Mondays at 9:30 in the morning. Always a lot of fun chatting with Ben Barber. Now this hops over the head of DiGiorgio. Sweeney works from first to third. A friendly divot in the Norwich infield went right over the head of the second baseman, DiGiorgio, who stands just 5 feet 11 inches. Took a blistering hop on him. No chance for him. It's going to be scored as a hit. And Norwich has 14 hits on the night. Cal Chance has his first 3-hit game of the summer. Here's Gabriel Rivera. Norwich looking for some more add-on runs. McCarthy's delivery home. It jams Rivera. Sweeney heading for the plate. Flipping to second is DiGiorgio. That's going to be his only play. RBI groundout score is Jack Sweeney. It's now 14-1 Norwich. Second time this summer, Norwich has struck for a 14th spot. And Norwich has done it for the second time over the last 6 games. Impressive work from the offense. It was going to be a tough play to even try and double up Rivera. He runs well. Chance the only out there at second. Fielder's choice ground out. It'll be scored 4-6. 2 outs now. It's the third baseman, Connor Scanlon. Scanlon double to center field to lead off the Unicorns in the 5th inning. Now a discussion taking place. A meeting of the minds allows us to chat to you about Strain Family Motors. It's not a car. It's not a motorcycle. It's a slingshot. Rent one from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Get that wind in your hair sensation when you rent a slingshot from Strain Family Motors. SFMslingshots.com. 2 outs. Here's Connor Scanlon. Fans, Cal's Appliance. Cal doesn't sell appliances, he fixes them. With years of experience and a reputation for honest, reliable work, Cal's Appliances offers residential appliance repair across all of Eastern Connecticut. Whether it's your fridge, washer, or stove that's acting up, Cal gets the job done right. Call Cal's Appliances and get your household back on track. No sales pitch, just service. It's a ball and no strikes on Scanlon. First run in the ball game since the 5th inning. McCarthy comes set at the belt. Now the liner foul into the seats. It's out of play. Scanlon's talked about that leadership quality that he expects from himself. Key part of his game to be a leader on the field. Still early in his collegiate years. Now he shoots it out to right field. This is going to hang up out there for Jackson Kramer. He makes the grab. The inning is over, but not before Norwich strikes for one more. It's a 14-1 lead. The 9th is next. All Norwich tonight on Unity in the community night.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. New pitcher in the ball game for Norwich is right-hander Tiernan Doyle, making his Sea Unicorns debut. His Futures League debut. He was just added to the roster yesterday, wearing number 20 in the Rose City red and blue uniforms here tonight for Norwich. It's treated them kindly. Doyle, the new arm, 5 feet 10 inches, 165 pounds, a rising sophomore at Assumption, Bolton, Connecticut native. Fans, we want to see you here next Friday night for First Responder Night. Join the Sea Unicorns as we thank our first responders. Special ticket pricing for first responders is available by calling or visiting the Dodd Stadium ticket office presented by Hartford Healthcare. Post-game fireworks following the conclusion of next Friday night's home game. We have entered the 9th inning here tonight. Tiernan Doyle's turn in his Futures League debut here with the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Doyle just wrapped up his rookie season at Assumption. First pitch home from the right-hander. Now it's outside. It's 2-0. Doyle was a three-sport athlete at Oakmont Regional High School. The 2-0. Now a cut and a miss for strike one. It's Wyatt Hoffman to start things out in the Bravehearts' 9th inning. Doyle looking for his first strike. He doesn't have it yet. Check that. The count was 2-1. It was 3-0 on the big board, but now it's corrected. 3 balls, 1 strike on a Wyatt Hoffman. The 3-1. Now a cut and a miss on a wipeout breaking ball. Doyle played football, baseball, and basketball. He won back-to-back high school baseball championships as a junior and a senior at Oakmont Regional. Count is full. It's 3-2 on the catcher, Hoffman. He's taking ball 4. Doyle loses him. A leadoff walk to begin the Bravehearts' 9th inning. Fans, big family fun awaits at the Dinosaur Place. It's the largest dinosaur park in New England, located on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut. Right on the way to the shore, come face to face with roaring replicas, explore the trails, and make unforgettable memories. Visit thedinosaurplace.com to plan your trip today. The Dinosaur Place, a great spot. You gotta find some time to get out there. Great partnership with the Sea Unicorns here in 2025. Doyle way ahead of DiGiorgio. No balls, 2 strikes. All-Star game quickly approaching us. It all begins Monday night at 6:30 with the Home Run Derby. See the baseballs fly out of Fitton Field. It is going to be a show putt on there. We cannot wait to kick off the All-Star festivities and then the All-Star game. It's Tuesday, July 22nd. Team Hearts against Team Smiles. Kyle Dombrowski, the manager for Team Smiles. Norwich with 4 representatives, hoping for a 5th. Cast your votes now for Jack Sweeney. He's making his case right now. 3-hit night for himself. And 3 RBIs. This is punched through into right field. A walk and a base hit have set the table for Worcester here in the 9th against Doyle. Norwich has a large lead, but here comes the top of the Worcester lineup waiting on deck, Caleb Woodward. First, it's Jackson Kramer. Big out to get for Doyle. It's a hard offense to slow down when the Bravehearts get it going. Doyle making his season debut. Pumps in strike 1. Kramer's walked. He's struck out. He's also grounded out. Norwich hoping to steer in a Friday night win. Doyle ahead 0-1. The pitch home. That's outside. The count is even. Nice bounce back performance so far from the Sea Unicorns after a tough go of it the last couple of days. The shutout loss on camp day Wednesday and a clunker yesterday. Sea Unicorns have pounded out 14 runs for the second time this summer. But Doyle now in danger of walking the bases loaded. There's no one loosening in the Norwich pen. Hoping for Doyle to find himself here in the ninth. It's 3-1 on Kramer. Now a foul off for strike two. The hardest transition is your first outing and the first out. Once you get that, you feel like that's where things can start to roll for you. That first out can be elusive at times. Doyle hoping to spot it here with Kramer. Count is full. It's 3-2. Hoffman on at second. He walked. And now ball four. Borderline call. It doesn't go Doyle's way. Second walk in the inning. A walk and a base hit have loaded them up. That allowed Clark to reach. Now it's Kramer, the batter. And on the first pitch, he lifts it in the air to right field. Underneath it is O'Brien. He makes the grab. That's going to hold the runners everywhere. And Doyle has his first out here in the ninth. Top of the order we go. It's Caleb Woodward batting with the bases loaded here in the ninth inning. Norwich has kept their defense at standard depth all around. Rivera playing back at first. Scanlon playing at standard depth in the middle infield at double play depth. Woodward has bounced into a double plays as hard as they come to double up. Norwich turn two back in the fifth inning. Norwich has turned a couple of double plays tonight. On 0-1 to Woodward, he swings through, strike two. Doyle hoping to put the finishing touches on what has been a masterful Friday night performance from Norwich. Chance set up outside. The 0-2 to Woodward misses for ball one. Woodward was a 2024 NCAA regional finalist. 1-2. This is skied in the air out to center field. On the run is Tirado. He makes the running grab. Tagging and scoring from third is Hoffman. 2 outs, and now the Bravehearts down to their final out tonight. It was a long route for Anthony Tirado, but he did an excellent job tracking down. You have to remember he is naturally an infielder, still making that transition. UMass Amherst is looking for him to become their everyday center fielder. Tirado, just a great athlete, has cut down a couple of nice plays defensively for Norwich. Doyle hoping to wrap up an incredible Friday night. It's going to be a critical doubleheader tomorrow. We'll take a look at that in a moment. It's 2-0 on Enriquez. He swings through, strike one. Tomorrow, a doubleheader at New Britain Stadium. It'll be Matt Wooten to take the mound for the Sea Unicorns for Norwich in the opener of that doubleheader. We'll take a look at that in a moment. 2-1 here on Enriquez. That misses for ball 3. A look at tomorrow's probable starters for tomorrow. Matt Wooten takes the mound in the opener. 4:35 first pitch. And then the ace of the staff, Luke Hardman, both all-stars for Norwich here in 2025. A wave and a miss for strike 2. Enriquez down to his final strike, and so are the Bravehearts on this Friday night. Crowd making some noise. Trying to supply some final energy tonight. The 3-2 bounces home, and Doyle walks Enriquez, and the bases are loaded. Here's a dangerous Evan O'Rourke. This is going to bring out the pitching coach, Zach Gitcher. He's trying to slow down the heartbeat of Tiernan Doyle making his season debut. Here's a look at those numbers. Futures League in strikeouts. Doyle begins O'Rourke with strike 1. It's a critical doubleheader for Norwich tomorrow, but right now the task is the final out of the ball game. Norwich looking for a big win over Worcester, and the Bravehearts down to their final strike. A wipeout slider from Doyle. It's 0-2 on the all-star Evan O'Rourke. Crowd making some noise. Everyone on the top step of the Sea Unicorns dugout. The 0-2, it misses for ball 1. Sea Unicorns bench can't believe the call. Once again from the home plate umpire, Levante Palmer. He's had some interesting ones. Now a pop up into the seats. It's out of play. And you look at the couple of strike 3 calls against Stern and Toronto. That was right there on the outer black. Norwich just wants to celebrate a win tonight. Doyle trying to give it to him. It's 1-2 on O'Rourke. The pitch home. A bouncing ball to second. Walsh has it. He fires to first. It is not in time. The ball game's not over yet. It took a weird stop in the tracks as it was headed to Walsh. And now the boos rain down at Dodd Stadium. Worcester's made it 14-3. Here's Cole Hambley. They'll call it an infield hit.
First baseman Cole
Hambley. Pitch. That misses. It's 2-0 here on Cole Hambley. Bases are loaded for the Bravehearts in the 9th. A wave and a miss for strike 1. Worcester hasn't made it easy tonight on Norwich, and I don't think anyone expected them to do that. As powerful as an offense they have. There's strike 2. Doyle hoping to wrap it up and steer the ship home. For the 3rd time, Worcester down to their final strike. Chance set up outside. This is lifted in the air. A shallow one out to center field. It's going to fall in. 1 run scores. Here comes another. The Bravehearts add on here in the 9th inning, and they've cut into the Norwich lead. It's 14-5. So Worcester just not done yet. A 4-run 9th inning. This is what we've talked about when you look at these box scores for the Bravehearts. They bring home some late runs. They're always good for some of those here. Doyle still in there. Soft movement right now in the Norwich bullpen. Runners at first and second. It's the all-star Jalem Sepulveda now. You can't allow Worcester to find themselves offensively. They're just too good. You look at their dugout. if we get a shot of the third base dugout. They're still in it. Everyone is up on the top step. You talk about body language. They have a lot of good body language. This will get the job done. Kenny Noe goes to Charlie Walsh. Say goodnight to the Bravehearts. Norwich finishes them off. Offensive onslaught here tonight. 14 runs for Norwich. They defeat the first place Bravehearts on Unity in the community night. Final score 14-5. We'll head downstairs. We'll chat with tonight's Sea Unicorn player of the game, Jack Sweeney. Stick with us. The Capital Property Group post-game show is headed your way next.
Buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A final to Wrigley Field this afternoon. Cubs 4, Red Sox 1. In the seventh inning, the Braves 7, the Yankees 3. In the eighth inning, Cincinnati 7, the Mets 2. In the Features League final, Blue Brick 12, Nashville 6. In the eighth inning, Vermont 7, Westfield 3. this time so we can start the fireworks show. Once again, fans, you're asked to please go back to your seats. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hasta la vista, All-Star. Thank you.
Welcome into the Norwich Sea Unicorns Capital Property Group post-game show. Norwich wins big on a Friday night at Dodd Stadium. Norwich wins it. Final score 14-5. Jack Sweeney spoke with us post-game. Here's what tonight's player of the game had to say following the win. Joined alongside tonight's Norwich Sea Unicorn player of the game, Jack Sweeney. He's back, Norwich fans. 3-hit night for yourself. Talk me through your approach at the plate.
I felt really good tonight, just making sure I was on time for a fastball and just looking to do damage. The fans here tonight were awesome, and they definitely helped us get the win tonight.
It seems like this offense came alive in the third inning. It didn't want to stop. What was that turning point in the game?
The momentum was crazy. I mean, the crowd was on their feet going crazy for us, and it just kept on going, and it was awesome.
First triple for you this summer. Walk me through that at bat.
So 3-2 count. I'm battling guys in scoring position, looking to get a good pitch. I fought for a good pitch, and I got a pitch I could handle, put it in the gap. Right when I hit it, I knew it was a triple. I had to get on my horse.
How about this offense? 14 runs tonight. I think the Corns are having fun in the month of July.
Yeah, the boys are doing great, hitting really well, and we just got to keep doing it. Let's go.
Last one. Important doubleheader tomorrow at New Britain. How important was it to get this win at home in front of this crowd?
This was huge. I mean, this just gives us momentum to keep winning, and we need to go get those 2 wins tomorrow at New Britain. That's huge.
Seacorn fans, that is outfielder Jack Sweeney. Send him to Polar Park on Tuesday night.
Let's go.
Jack Sweeney, tonight's Norwich Sea Unicorn player of the game for good reason. A 3-hit night, the first of the summer for the Rutgers product. 3 for 5, 3 RBIs, a triple for himself as well. Jack Sweeney is tonight's Sea Unicorns player of the game, presented by Capital Property Group. Let's run through some of the highlights. Norwich steps on the gas in the third inning here against Braveheart starter Jason Potvin. They tag him for 4 runs in the third inning, and Norwich enjoys playing with 2 outs. Kenny Noe takes flight. RBI double to the right center field gap. He drives home Aiden Stern. And Norwich had the ball game tied at 1. Worcester had opened the scoring in the ball game. Charlie Walsh follows, base hit for himself. He dumps it into left field, and Norwich had taken the lead, and the train was just starting to roll. Jack Sweeney with the hit for himself into center field. Cal Chance, a big game for himself as well today. A 3-hit performance for himself. The first of 3 was an RBI double for the riser at a UMass Lowell. He doubles out to left field. He drives home Charlie Walsh, and Jack Sweeney and the Sea Unicorns had themselves a 4-1 lead. The offense was just getting started in the 4th inning. A 5-run 4th inning. It would be Aiden Stern to kickstart the offense. He takes advantage of an error by the Bravehearts defense. Worcester makes 4 errors in this ball game tonight, uncharacteristic of Luke Beckstein's group, and Norwich takes full advantage. Gavin O'Brien singles into left field. Torado would come home to score, and then Jack Sweeney, RBI triple for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. First triple of the summer for Jack Sweeney. Out to left field, he would bring home Gavin O'Brien. Kenny know he would score, and then Cal Chance would cap off the rally with an RBI single of his own. Norwich had some more fun in the 5th inning. 4 more runs for Norwich. Sea Unicorns win it. Final score 14-5. 14 runs on 14 hits. The Bravehearts with 4 runs in the 9th inning. They finished with 5 runs on 7 hits. The winning pitcher here tonight is Eric Mathewson, 5 shutout innings. He picks up the victory for Norwich. Win number 19 of the summer for the Sea Unicorns, the first of the summer for Mathewson. The loss to Jason Potvin. Time of the ball game here tonight, 2 hours, 55 minutes. Let's enjoy some fireworks on this Friday night spectacular. Welcome back to Dodd Stadium as we wrap things up on what has been a Friday night spectacular at Dodd Stadium. Norwich pounds out 14 runs on 13 hits. They made one error. They take down the first place Worcester Bravehearts. Norwich has win number 19 of the summer. Sea Unicorns spot a huge win tonight. Back on track into winning form. It's a critical doubleheader tomorrow. We have you covered. The pregame coverage kicks off at the Beehive tomorrow night, 4:15 Eastern Time. Matt Wooten toes the rubber for Norwich. And then Luke Hardman, who has been the ace of the staff, looking to lead Norwich to a doubleheader sweep against their in-state rival, New Britain Bees. Norwich looking for their first win of the summer in the Beehive tomorrow. Sea Unicorns hoping to keep their fourth-place advantage over New Britain. Bees were winners tonight, 12-6 over the Nashua Silver Knights, and the Vermont Lake Monsters leading the Westfield Starfires 7-4 at Centennial Field in the top of the 8th inning. Once again, Norwich winners here on a Friday night, 14-5 over the Worcester Bravehearts. We'll talk to you tomorrow evening, 4:15, the pregame show at New Britain Stadium. First pitch coming at you, 4:35. Matt Wooten takes the mound in the opener. Luke Hardman will look to follow him up in Game 2. Both are representatives of the Norwich Sea Unicorns. They will play in the All-Star Game at Polar Park Tuesday night, 7:30. First pitch for the All-Star Game. For everyone with the Norwich Sea Unicorns and on behalf of SNSN Sports, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and have a great rest of your Friday night.